Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is for, I keep wanting to call it Duck and Egg, but A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Season 1, Episode 3, The Squire. And wow, this might have been my favorite episode of the season. We'll get all up into this episode. I'm not alone. Joe Dirty Locks is with me. He's still setting up a little bit here right now. All right, but no, he's here. I see he's actually here with us. Welcome, Joe. How's it going tonight?
It goes good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I can't believe it. We no longer, there were so many times in Game of Thrones where we played this silly Secret Targaryen game. I'm glad that we didn't have to wait too long for this particular Secret Targaryen because I felt like I slipped up a couple of times last week saying.
Oh, of course we did. We couldn't hold that. We both did.
No, I'm pretty sure I fucked it up last week if people were actually trying to hold the secret. But I think the way they did this was a really cool reveal. We'll break this all down and talk all about this episode. But this probably, because the stakes felt more intense, this was sort of the crisis point, or the point that sort of sets all the things in motion for the rest of this story, was what happened tonight. So it kind of felt like things were, reaching a new apex of stuff in this episode. This felt intense, but it also, Joe, it also gave me that, and I mean this in a good way. It gives me that, when you're playing a video game and you've gone through a bunch of action and then you wander into the town and then there's the simple town music.
Yeah.
And you're just relaxing in the town, learning about the characters and talking to every character in town and learning about it. This episode had that element of it too. This show, and I'm assuming, but that you're feeling the same way I am, but this show really knows how to take its time. And it's not rushing itself. These episodes are short, but they make the most out of this 30 minutes. They don't really rush through things. They really take the time to kind of build these character moments and all this kind of stuff. But anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. If you want to join us, we got a phone number, 781-990-8509. Share your thoughts. If you're listening to the podcast, share your thoughts on that somewhere. Welcome to the live Mother Grabbing chat. We'll say hi to you guys in a second. But Joe, are you feeling the same way after this episode? I couldn't see, if you like the first two episodes, I couldn't see how this episode would change your mind.
I really enjoyed this episode for a number of reasons. Katie Crow, she had a moment, a Joe Dirty, a JDL moment that took her right out of shit. I'll tell you about that later, but
yeah, I have a feeling I know what that was.
Oh, intrigued.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No, we'll wait to the part. I'll disclose later if you saying that triggered something in my mind that I would have been like, Katie probably didn't like this part, but it might be my soft heart as well. Let's get into the live chat and see what some of the people in the live chats said.
You are wrong.
Oh, sir. I'm wrong. Do you think you know what I think I know?
The horse.
Exactly, the horse thing. Yeah.
No. She didn't like that, but she understood Game of Thrones, jousting, it was going to happen eventually.
Fair, very fair. And
so she knew watching that was something that was going to happen. That was not the moment. Like I said, this is that's not a JDL moment, right? Like, that puts you in your feels. You either don't like seeing animals get hurt, or you don't mind, or you love it, right? But that's not a JDL moment. The JDL moment is more like the moment that something stupid, inane, innocuous happens
and gets
it's not even a big deal, but because for me, in this case for her, it's a big deal. Like the color, I don't know, something. I don't know.
We'll get
really stupid. Some small moment.
I know what you're saying. We'll get into it a little bit later. We have our first super chat donation of the night, or we have our Fernandez T just sent out 5 gift memberships. Thank you so much, Fernandez T. I'll be also sending out some gift memberships later, and we have the first super chat as well from I saw it a second ago. Where that thing go? There it is. It's from Pac-Man 15. It says Arion elicited Joffrey and Ramsay, and I will also say he also did Viserys. He reminded me a little of I'm going to
of all the alien Targaryens,
all the douchebag. I would add all the douchebags.
Are they Hellions or are they aliens?
I'm going to say douchebags. I'm going to specifically say that he embodied every element of douchebag Targaryen. All in one.
Oh, of course he did.
He was the perfect representation. We've got our new channel members, Key, Absolute,
Perfect cliche Prince, though, right? Like,
absolutely, JMH, Deborah, and Celise. Thank you so much to Fernandez T for gifting those memberships. We got the amazing Walking David. We got Jackie C. Jackie C, I'm going to be giving out some more memberships in a little bit. Hopefully you will make it. Make sure you have that little button click so you can receive it. And yes, David, this to me was, they spent these first 2 episodes really getting to know Dunk. The first part of this episode was really sold with Egg. And
dude, Egg is fucking awesome.
Dude, and I'm a very hard on kid actors. This kid is awesome. Dude.
Same. Listen, you should never be bad as a kid actor. Your whole job in life, your whole life is about pretend, right? Like, you should be able to play pretend as a child. We all did it, like, whether we did it fun or not is irrelevant, but like, this kid's actually really kind of good. Like, he delivers his lines well. He's believable.
Yeah.
I believe him.
He's very believable. He very much embodies like the fun kind of kid moment. And I love Jesse always with the double side, the little insult with the compliment. The best 20-minute episode of all time. Yes, it was. It's way better than 20-minute episodes of The Mandalorian, and everyone went fucking crazy for that. But
yeah, it's tough to do a show like this in 20-minute episodes.
But
That's really difficult.
And I think it's pulling it off because it's doing, as I said earlier, it's maximizing the real estate. It's spending enough time with, in a 20-minute episode, we usually wouldn't get a scene like we got with Dunk and Egg making fun of each other. In the same episode that we get this kind of big moment with the Targaryen thing at the end and everything kind of intensifying our biscuit at the end there. But we actually took the time to take a breath and feel the scenes. The scenes don't feel like they're edited like this, like everything's jumped on top of each other. It actually feels like you're relaxing in this world. Like you're really we talked about this a little bit before, but that's what to me makes it feel more like Game of Thrones season 1, 2, and 3. And I just mean the being in the world part of it, but maybe a little bit more of a tongue-in-cheek wink to it, Joe. Maybe
you're not all caught up and like, even though the first episode of season 1 pulls you right into all the political drama and shit, the first scene of episode 1 of Game of Thrones, right, is all about that White Walker in the north. So it sets up a different feel, and then it kind of pulls you into some political shit, but it doesn't really, it's light on it. A lot lighter on.
It's heavy on character, but it's still, you meet a lot of characters. This one, you really are focusing on the 2, and so much of those first 2 episodes focused on Dunk. The beginning half of this episode was sold on Egg, and again, this
100%.
This kid pulled it off 100% too. His interaction with the crazy guy was hilarious. His back and forth with that. This was his episode. I mean, Dunk had his moments. There was some stuff that happened, but this was the episode that was supposed to sell you on Egg, or didn't sell you. And he was pulling off some Macaulay Culkin shit on screen today. He was pulling up, like, and you know what I mean. I know not everyone likes Macaulay, but I mean, he was just pulling up, had a lot of gravitas on screen with his wisecracks, and kind of pulls it off well. If a kid,
oh, dude, them pontificating over fucking Alice?
Yeah, but Alice has like a
magical crippled girl.
So are you saying she actually likes pushing in the bum? Like, does her ass like things work exceptionally?
She does magical things to men's anuses.
Exactly.
So good. They had to write a fucking song about it.
Joe, we have our first phone call of the night. I might not get to it in time if you're calling. I got to it. Area code 561. What's your name? Where you're calling from? And what's your question or comment?
Hey, this is am I live? I hope I'm not live.
Whoa. I'm sorry. Yes, you are live. I'm sorry.
Hey, Phil, it's Nettles. What's up?
Hey, Nettles. Welcome. I'm so sorry for for just putting you on the air. I meant to have it set up for voicemails, but welcome to the show.
No, that's cool. Off the. I was like, wait. Okay. Yeah, this is Nettles. I'm calling from Texas, but 561 is a Palm Beach, Florida area code. But no, I just wanted to give my little 2 cents. I always like to kind of give you guys what I think, and you guys riff off of it and like even elaborate more on my opinion.
Please do.
I wanted to first of all give Egg his props because like we saw the payoff from last episode, like when that first jousting scene where you see him getting so overwhelmed because he was like, oh my gosh, I have to pick up these lances and like throw them and be fast and do these things that my
gonna be
little
out there
9-year-old
doing
body
that.
can't do.
Yes.
And if this was House of the Dragon, we would have just seen that scene of him being scared and then never address it again,
No,
right?
or
But in
they
this
would have had
show-
him have like a horrifying nightmare about it with a flashback about a dagger and a White
And that would
Walker
prepare him just enough.
or something like that, and that would have happened. Sorry, Niddle. Sorry, keep going.
And yeah, no, exactly, that's it. But no, in this show, immediately the next episode, we see the payoff of him earning it, him like actually practicing. He's not just gonna be like, "Oh, woe is me, they're making fun of me." No, he does something about it. He takes fate into his own hands, and he practices. He talks the horse into participating,
Yep.
even though he roasts that, he cooked that horse. Like this episode in the horses. First, you got Egg cooking the horse. Then we have the shish kebab. No, it's crazy.
That
But,
that horse does show the classic why you don't want to work with animals, because that horse stole the show, and that horse nodded its head or whatever it did. I lost my shit. I was like, oh my fucking god, we're dealing with Mr. Ed here. The horse just shook its damn head.
No, they
No,
did a great job with showing that it's not just about the knight. It's also about the knight squire and the squire being able to get new lances to him, get new weapons to him, take care of the horses,
Exactly.
do all of the things that need to be done. So all the things I've railed against in like early episodes of The Walking Dead and early episodes, even a lot of episodes of Game of Thrones, they don't show this kind of shit. Like Phil said, and you kind of bring it up. They just show like some stupid dream sequence or some stupid fucking montage of like, okay, look, they know what they're doing now. Now this kid comes along, we learn he's a Targaryen, so he comes along with a lot of fucking education, and they've been showing us that also to begin with. So it's great to see him take the initiative to go out and get the practical and actually practice and see what he needs to do and do the things that he's witnessed dozens of times going to these tournaments as a spectator, which he truly, truly loves watching.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
and then
you,
the
Ethel.
next thing I wanted to get y'all's opinion on is more about Egg is like the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
Ding,
Like
ding, ding,
first
ding,
of all,
ding.
she looked like, do you believe her? Like she looks kind of sketchy. Is that Maggie the Frog? Like what do you guys think?
Okay, I don't know how big of spoilers we should put here in the sense of things we might know from
Okay.
the story, but
She called it.
I would say that that girl had a little something on. Like, okay, this information is in the original Game of Thrones, so I feel like this isn't a fucking spoiler, especially now that we know he's a Targaryen. It's all the fuck out there. Yet that she was right on.
Yeah.
She was right the fuck on, and I
She
love.
was right to fuck on.
And I love his reaction. I like that kind of foreshadowing. I was wondering when we get a reference to Summerhall, and I'm glad we're getting this kind of foreshadowing, unlike the dagger and White Walkers in House of the Dragon. I know I'm repeating myself, but still,
Trash.
unlike that kind of shit, I feel like this is important because it's stuff we haven't seen yet. It's stuff we've heard about on Game of Thrones, and people that have read the books kind of have even more of an understanding of what's going to happen here. So I feel like it's more information leading to that point. So I really like that, even though she made me feel uncomfortable. I would rather look at Maggie the Frog for whatever it's worth.
Yeah,
Well,
I was skeptical because I'm like black lips. I'm not about that life. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like people.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't know if I believe her. And then like it's like she gives like one truth and one lie to me.
Yeah,
So she-
exactly. Here you go. Here you go. Kid, this is the
Well,
moment.
She
That's the
says
moment.
that Dunk
second,
is going to be as richer than a Lannister, and it's not a spoiler because we don't know. The rest of the books aren't.
Yeah, we
written yet,
actually
so we're
don't
just-
know. We actually don't know what happens
We
to
don't-
Dunk.
So I'm like, like I don't know, like that might have been written in the Book of White. Like I don't understand that. Like so I'm like that might be a lie or there's something we don't know. And then the second part about like Egg, well, whatever. That I don't want to get into that. 'cause
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
we'll
super
talk about that
spoilery.
at a different point.
Oh no, we're going to talk about it right now
But
because that's the moment that took Katie right out.
But
of
yeah,
the show.
we'll talk about when we get into the recap.
Okay.
yeah. But another thing I want to talk about is giving Egg more props is the kids acting. And I'm an actor, I'm a thespian, everything like that. So like, I feel like my opinion matters when it comes to like acting stuff. Every time Arian Brightflame gets on the screen, you saw him react, and he didn't have any lines, but you saw his entire demeanor change from head to toe. So like
100%, 100%. He really you felt that moment before, just to use whatever terminology, of him understanding and like knowing.
Kill him.
Exactly, like he hates this dude, and everything about this dude grosses him out. This is his brother he doesn't like. This is his his Martin. All love to Martin. His like stay away from it.
Exactly. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
No, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling in. It's always better when you call. Thank you so much, Nettles. Have a great one.
More of those.
Bye. Have a good one, Nettles. We're gonna turn it on. And let's get into the live chat.
A lot of great points.
We got. Just say no to the dagger. She's better than Miss Cleo. Someone says that was Melisandre. I'm calling this now. Julia says, holy shit ball. What a great episode. I lost again. I lost to The Walking David. The Walking David got a membership. If we could just trade characters from this show to Game of Thrones. Wow, what a rush, says Girl Nettles. I know Girl Nettles was not expecting to be on the phone. Was expecting to record that all as a voicemail, but didn't do it. Okay, so what bothered Katie was the prophecy.
Was the line, "You will die in a pig's bonfire, pig's flame, you'll die in hog's flame, and the worms will eat through your ashes."
I don't think it was a hog's flame.
Eating.
It was something about you will die in a burning flame or something like that.
Hog flame. No, I rewound it and listened to it again. It was hog or pig flame. And then she says, and the worms will eat through your ashes. And
was Katie like, worms don't eat ash?
Worms don't eat fucking ashes. What the fuck? I clean out a fucking fire pit like 7 times a summer. And no matter what I fuck cook in it, I never find bugs.
Oh, she was using metaphor, Joe.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Like I said, she had a JDL moment. Those are very severe. Those are serious moments that it doesn't matter how serious or what metaphor is being used. If it takes you out, it takes you out, man. Like, it took her out of the episode. She was loving every fucking part of it. And then, like, I had to pause. I had to rewind. I had to listen to it again because it takes you out. It just does. Like why would you say that? She's seeing worms sift through the fucking ashes. They're not sifting through ashes. Worms don't do that. They want the fucking dirt, the nutrients, the fucking other shit. They want shit that they actually fucking eat.
So is this like a transference rant? Are you ranting for her?
Well, I'm just saying is maybe the whole body is not dead. This is transference. This is definitely a transference fucking rage. And I gotta give it to her. This happens to me a lot. That's why I'm calling it a JDL moment. They're stupid little fucking things, and it doesn't matter what they are, and it could be anything. To like no, that color doesn't exist in that time for some reason. Some color might not exist in that time. I don't know, but if that's in my fucking head, that's in my head, and then it's on their fucking leather patent fucking shoes, and I'm like, Nike doesn't exist in that time, and why is there fucking purple on a fucking peasant's shoes? Like, stupid little shit. Like, I don't know why that's my example, but that's my example. And it doesn't matter. Like, I see it, and it kills everything for me.
Pish posh. We got some new super chats, and Jackie C misses out again. I'm sorry, Jackie C. We got AK, we got Carlos, we got KCA, we got Fatima, we got R Josie, we got Mara, and I was sad that she said people would be happy when Egg died. I thought that was a key point of that as well. Now they just really
no, she did say that. She said
that's what I'm saying. That
all of your friends
will be happy to see you die. Yeah, I wrote it down as well. That kind of horrified me in a deep way as well. And
why would you say that?
I know. What did he do to people? Now, what's seeing them Dunk and Egg really taking time to know the characters, binding together so much, really makes me care about them quickly. Like they did something unbelievable in 3 episodes, Joe. They actually made me care about a bond between 2 characters, and that's not easy to do in an hour. No, for a little longer than an hour and a half. They did. I guess people did an hour and a half movie, so 48 hours or whatever. Like old comedy movies are an hour and a half.
It really sealed it with the ending. Like Dunk's about to get his whole fucking all his teeth knocked out, his jaw
For
fucking
starters.
broken, neck broken,
For
right?
starters.
Like, and the first thing out of his mouth is "Shut up, you idiot! They'll do this to you too."
Yep. No, they won't. No, they won't. Listen, stop it. Stop it, brother.
Like, so then now witness this. Everybody in the fucking place is looking at a guy who claims to be a knight that's dressed like a fucking peasant that just punched and threw a prince fucking across the room.
Missing out. I think I lost Joe's connection for a second here. He'll be back with us in a moment. He's frozen in time, or I'm frozen in time. One or the other. You were frozen in time there for a second, but it's all right. Let's get in the live chat for a second. Maybe they will be happy he burns for a short moment. Egg does transform into a dragon, but something goes wrong and everyone dies. We don't exactly know what happens, but something sketchy does happen. The song of House of Fire, Shoe Game is terrible. Hit the like button. True, I didn't think about that. Summer Hall spoilers could have been a little bit more subtle. But is it a spoiler? And I understand that, but most of the people watching this are going to know as much about Summer Hall as I know, which is talked about on Game of Thrones or is in the main books. Yes, there's a little bit more information in the World of Ice and Fire book, but it's a little bit more information and it's from a maester's perspective and it isn't really even fact. So ultimately, everything that's known about Summer Hall is kind of bullshit, like wondering, making shit up anyway. So am I really spoiling Summer Hall when we don't actually know what fucking happened there? I'm just kind of speculating from the information that's already been said out there. So I get, like, I tried to think about that we'd walk around Summer Hall this whole time, but can we really do that? The people that don't know it will just think we're talking about random things, but this is a prequel. And we do know some of what happens to some of the characters on this show. We know the future of them from things that were said in the main series. So I guess there are people that are going to be watching this that never watched Game of Thrones. I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess I should shut the fuck up. I guess I shouldn't talk about that.
What you have to realize is Game of Thrones started in what year?
It's 2016, 17, 15?
No, earlier. It ended in like 18.
2015, 2000,
2010.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe 11, right? So those kids that were like 10 and not allowed to watch it, that whole series went by without them watching it, right? Like they're 25 now.
But still, you think there's a lot of people watching this series that have never seen the original Game of Thrones?
Absolutely.
2011.
I know two that I'm watching this with at work. That I'm also
they're watching this as their first Song of Ice and Fire series.
That I also am watching now. Have started Game of Thrones the first 2 episodes with them as well.
Interesting.
So like they're watching both of them for the first time.
So do you think? And again, maybe this is just from this point on. I haven't actually.
One's like 60 years old.
This show isn't worrying about spoilers. They said it tonight. like how much should we worry about that?
No, it's not a spoiler.
What happens to them is not a spoiler. What happens to what happens to Egg isn't a spoiler. She said it tonight. Like, again, I'm an asshole. Hate me. Click off. Turn this off right now. I guess I just spoiled the whole series on something that hasn't even been written yet, and no one actually knows what actually happened. Because that's the thing here about that. I hear what you're saying, Joe. Maybe I'm talking on my ass with saying people wouldn't be watching this if they didn't watch Game of Thrones. But ultimately, what we're talking about here, the ultimate outcome, what the witch says to him, is again just a speculation. I can't say for sure that's what ultimately happens to him. All we know is that somehow,
even if we know any of this shit,
Egg dies someday.
Right. Even if we know any of this shit, it doesn't matter. None of that future shit matters for this story.
No, not for the Duncan Egg story.
We get a prophecy here, right? But like that prophecy isn't for us, for those who know Game of Thrones or any of that shit. That's for everybody who's watching Duncan Egg. That's for Egg, right? That prophecy is just as mysterious to him. Why would she say that as it is to the rest of the audience. It doesn't matter. If you're in that loop, that's cool for you, but ultimately it also doesn't matter for you either.
No,
right? You already knew what this kid's future was. You just now know that he's this kid.
Yeah, you now know that he is Aegon, that that if you knew anything about Game of Thrones history, it just sort of connects. And they did another line tonight.
What's it matter for any 13-year-old, 12, 13, 14-year-old? What's it matter to them?
This isn't, by the way,
50-year-old future.
By the way, just for the record, this isn't a spoiler for the novella. None of this is in the novella. What we're talking about right now is nothing to do with what's coming later in this novella or the later novellas. So if people are worried about spoilers for that, this isn't it. This has nothing to do with that. Literally has nothing to do with the things that are happening in the Dunk and Egg story, other than they put it in this episode.
Right, exactly. That's what it is. Like none of this really matters. The prophecy doesn't. None of this really
matters to the story, to the 3 seasons we're about to have right now.
The Easter egg for people who have watched the other shit, but it doesn't even inform on that either.
No, we got another little line. We got another little line in this episode, which was a reference to Game of Thrones as well, where we're talking about the other brother that's going to be sent off to be a maester. They were talking about Aemon. They without saying his name. They didn't say his name because I think they want that to be some sort of reveal at some point. That's that Aemon. But again, that's not that big of a reveal. It's something that's been talked about a lot. And if you know your Targaryen history, you know who his brother is already, and you know who the other brother is.
Yep.
It's Daryl, his brother Daryl, and his other brother Daryl. Let's get into the live chat a little bit. How dare you compare my sweet Dunk to that douchebag Nettles? Oh no, I jumped in the live chat. Alex, thank you so much, Alex. It wouldn't be being able to watch one of these shows without being able to come out here and talk to you awesome folks. Would Dunk have cared if he didn't have a crush on Tansel? He really went hard punching it. He was acting like Kristen Cole. Oh, crispy. Oh, don't do that to Crispy. The ending is so depressing. Yeah, wow, that was
no.
15
Would
years
Dunk
ago.
have cared? No, absolutely.
He would have if Egg came and got him. I think it was.
Yes. So there's 2 reasons why.
I don't think it's just because of the crush. I think it's because like Egg said, "Come and help." So I think he would have gone and helped too.
He ran to. Well, he said not come and help, but he said they're hurting her, and
Yes.
the only her that we have known or seen in the last couple episodes is really this woman.
But don't you think if Egg came in and said, "Dunk, help me right now with anything," at that point, Dunk
they're hurting Lord Ashman, or they're hurting like the other squire or something. No, I don't think he would have quite done what he did, especially if it was Prince fucking Targaryen.
Fair.
Right, he would have known better, but it wasn't.
I don't think Dunk. I'm not sure if.
Note this too. Like when he barges in, he takes stock first. He looks. He stops. He looks. He sees it's Prince Targaryen fucking around with her, but he hasn't necessarily done anything yet. As soon as he fucking splits her fucking hand open, like breaks her fingers.
He started to break her fingers.
Like that's the moment that he decides I have to do something, and he runs in and he pulls him off and fucking punches him and then fucking kicks him while he's trying. The guards are trying to restrain him. So it's a combination of both. That got him to get there quick, but then he sees that it's the prince, and he stops, and then the prince hurts her in front of him. So yes. It had a lot to do with it that it was her. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I do think either way, Dunk is one of those guys that sort of, I would believe, does what he thinks right in the moment and doesn't always think things 100% through. Girl Nettle says Dunk was acting like Kristen Cole. Would Dunk have basically asking the same question in case I missed it? Would Dunk have cared if he didn't have a crush on Tansel? Dunk is red pill confirmed. I think as Joe was saying, Joe kind of agrees with you that I think most likely you guys are probably on it with that, but I do think at this point he's sort of in his heart he's bonded with Egg, and if Egg came in and asked him for help in any situation, he's probably going in there with the intention to.
And yes, as far as whether or not he's bonded with Egg, absolutely he bonded with Egg. You see this bond start to take place a couple episodes ago, but it really takes hold. He comes back from training the horses, and Dunk is visibly upset. You took off. You took my horse. You didn't tell me where you were fucking going. You want to work for me? You do what I say. You do what I need you to do. And if you don't,
You get beat.
I'm gonna punch in the mouth, right? Like his night did to him. But he also knew, as fair as his night ever was, and you hear this in his monologue in the first episode when he's talking about him at the funeral, that he's the only one that's at. He's like, "You were fair to me, kinda, except for that time. You only hit
Except
me
for
when
that
I
one
deserved
time."
it, except for that one time." Right? So he doesn't agree with a lot of the ways that he was brought up as a squire, but he knows that that's how it's done, and this and that, and he tries to portray that to Egg when he gets back. And he's like, "Oh, well, don't know how to sew, but that's my job, right? I want to do it. I want to learn all this shit." And he's like, "No, go brush the fucking horses, go muck the fucking shit, whatever he tells him to do." And then immediately he's like, "No, come on, I'll teach you how to fucking sew. You're gonna have to," because Dunk also knows, "You're gonna have to do my pants. You're gonna have to do my shirt. All my shit's gonna get fucking wrecked during these tournaments, during life on
Because
the
he's done
fucking
his
road."
because he's done his job. Yeah. He's done his job, so he can relate to him already on that level. So there's all that through there. So he understands all that love that Egg has for the jousting and for being around it, and all of that. He sort of can be empathetic for that connection as well. And that's the foundation of their sort of relationship, is they both love the action of it. I think too. They both
anyone who's been a dishwasher,
they both love the game.
CNA, something like that, right? And then becomes the chef, and then becomes the nurse, right? They have a much different appreciation, and those people treat the new dishwasher or the next CNA much different than the person that goes straight into the fucking chef job.
100%.
Straight into the nurse job. There's a much different appreciation you have if you spent a couple of years wiping ass before you tell other people to go wipe ass.
One of us, Joe, one of us. And whatever else is going on today, the one thing I do know, Joe, is it's time for a recap!
Woo. There you go. That's what you only jump around and bounce so much. You're lucky the people that live underneath you are in their fucking 20s.
I know. I'm lucky they party every night. And I have a dog I can blame it on, too.
No.
I'm like, that's the dog. That's totally the dog. It's time for the recap. Oh my goodness. It's funny. After a couple of weeks of the recap, I'm like, okay. Starting to get in a little bit better shape.
Yeah, Jesus, fuck. My head banged for 3 seconds. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like I felt a little bit more energetic on that recap than I have in recaps past. Like I feel like I'm starting to,
Like I have the room to do it here, but I put my camera, I backed myself into a corner.
Yeah, you don't want to do it. Joe, the ceilings are low where you're at, and
oh yeah,
and you're taller than me, and
I'll be upstairs eventually when we get this place turned into our doggy daycare.
oh, good. Ooh, I gotta talk to you about that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, what, you need a job?
Maybe. I think I definitely do. We'll talk off air. I definitely need a job. I'm going 5 days away from being homeless and living in your doggy daycare.
No, you're not, are you? No, you're not. What?
different topic. What am I doing? Don't worry, it's just that crazy drum dude upstairs. Exactly.
Send your fucking donations, people.
They've been doing great tonight. Don't worry. Exactly.
I'm sure that definitely was an attempt to squeeze donations out of people.
It actually wasn't. So we.
But I'm going to turn it into that.
If we have to turn this into e-begging, we'll turn it into e-begging. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, exactly, Jesse. They have to deal with drumming downstairs. That's nothing, you know.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Like they have to wake.
You're right.
They have to wake up. They're 20-year-olds. They sleep till noon, so they have to wake up to me playing the drums sometimes. So me jumping around like an idiot is nothing to them.
Do you have a guitar?
Yeah, like no, Craig has a guitar here.
No, but do you have a guitar?
No.
You want to trade a guitar for a drum set?
I might have an extra one to do that with. I'm not gonna like give you my drum set
because as much as I want to learn how to play this acoustic guitar that I have, I'm like, I think I would fare better at
Joe. Why are you interfering with the recap?
Because I need to express myself.
Fine, fair.
I have artistic needs
that
need to come out.
Okay, so we could talk about off air that I might be able to trade you my secondary drum set, Jeffrey Nick's Kids drum set for the acoustic guitar. So we'll see.
Ooh. Well, it doesn't have to be permanent either.
Oh, of course. Phil the Laughing Drum Baratheon. I like that. I'll take that. Raise the Pavilion. Phil Baratheon. Okay, so we open up with Dunk sleeping, and we pan over to Egg as it's Egg's story for the beginning part of this episode, who's awake, and he's looking around. And we started episode 1 with someone taking a shit, Joe. Episode 2 with someone taking a piss. This episode we started with someone doing the raspberry.
No, he was neighing.
Now I know, but it kind of was a raspberry.
He was long. Listen, that opening scene when it pans over from Dunk passed out into Egg completely awake, just staring at him. I'm like, oh my god, he is so enamored with this guy. And Katie's like, you really think that's the look he's giving? And I was like, yeah, kinda. And then you mentioned earlier his anxiety, or Nettle mentioned his anxiety level, which is what the scene goes into.
Right, his anxiety about doing everything he needs to do. But I also think he is looking at him a little bit in the way that you're saying, in the way that like
Correct.
Loving the moment. Like it was almost like if you found yourself on a big team in a big game and you're sitting on the bench right before the game and you're like, how the hell am I on this team right now? Oh, I'm gonna freak out. Or in the play, like backstage before my performance in that play when I'm about to do a sword fight on stage, I was like, how the fuck am I here? I'm nervous. I was excited to be there. I felt out of my element. I was pacing, freaking out, eating cupcakes, and I'm like, how the hell do I do this, Joe? But like you're still excited about it, and you're still super super happy to be there.
Those tasks that I've gotten a few of them. This is the first job where I've gotten to do things in my career that I've never gotten to do before. Mm-hmm. Write proposals for the CEO to and the board of trustees.
Not working overnight.
And have secured funding for our department and our unit in the thousands of dollars for projects I wanted to start. This is all shit I've never done before, and this is all shit that nobody ever taught me how to do, which is what Egg's kind of going through as well, right? Like nobody taught him how to be a squire. Nobody taught him how to sew, how to cook, clean, fucking brush horses and shit like that. Like,
and as we find out, no one really taught him to do much but be a rich ass Targaryen.
So, right, exactly. You learn how to fight. You learn your books. You learn your houses, and that's what you do.
And in his case, you get probably ignored a lot too. King Dirty.
He's so far down the fucking line.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Phil the Laughing Drum. We have a trade to report here on the trade deadline between Joe Dirty Locks and Phil the Issues Guy. Acoustic guitar isn't that hard, Joe. You can do it. We got Big Kev, who is throwing some money into the ante for Joe's beard. $2 for Joe's beard. Let's fucking go, Team Beard. Holy shit! Thank you, Big Kev. Again, I hopefully all your draws are panning out. There we go. So he wakes up. He does the neigh horse thing or the raspberry with his lips. I want to think it's the raspberry. Joe, don't destroy my dreams. Then Egg goes to the horse and the music kicks in. This just beautiful violin music kicks in. It's magic. He's getting prepared, and it's an excellent shot of him walking through the woods. They're on their way. Then Egg is talking shit to the horse, calling the horse dumber than dogs. It's just it's like just awesome dialogue, directly a lot from the book. And
My dad says you shouldn't talk to animals.
yeah, but
And then as soon as he says that, he says something else about what horse, and the horse agrees with him.
he says,
Like,
but no, I think that
is
horse.
he talking to the? Is the horse on?
I think the horse because he says something like I realize that horses just don't want to be bossed around, and the horse goes yep and nods yep.
And then he says something else, and the horse is like, "Yup,
Yep.
again."
He's saying something about like how he's excited to be with Dunk, and he's playing with the horse, he's getting excited, and
But the horse really just needs to take a shit.
yeah, the horse is
Horse,
happy.
plop, plop,
We-
plop.
Most dog.
All right, now I'm ready.
Let me turn my head.
listen, kid. You just woke up and decided it was time. I haven't even taken my shit yet. I ain't woken up yet.
I love whenever you see any event where you see a horse sort of like marching down to a ring or boxing match. Every time like Lady Godiva in the old Glow show had the horse that marched her down there, I'm just thinking, wow, how much did that horse shit on that walk down? How much horse shit is on the ground right there?
So honestly, you'd be surprised. We get horses come up to the
Yeah, you were telling
the
us.
horse-
You were telling us a couple weeks ago about the
and
horse.
sometimes they don't shit at all. Sometimes they let it out. And for the first few times, like we're outside, you don't need to clean this up, lady. Just leave it where it is. The groundskeepers will fucking sweep it into the dirt. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go get your fucking shovel or whatever. And like this happened like 3 out of like 40 times that we had the horses come to us instead of us go down to the horses, right? And like after the third time, I go into my work, and my boss is like, "Yeah, so if the horses shit from now on, you gotta have them clean it up."
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's just fucking grass. What are you talking about?
in
Like,
my
it's
experience, the one day I was around the horses, they shit a lot. Walking Davis says, "A lifetime of outrageous wealth hasn't taught me a thing about managing it." And,
right?
and yeah, I'm pretty sure David could do
A lifetime around fucking being poor hasn't taught me how to manage fucking money. Are you kidding me? If I was rich, I'd be poor again real fucking quick.
I don't know about that. I like being poor has caused me to spend zero money most days. So if I could just manifest that same thing.
Oh, you'd lose your shit. No, you'd lose
I don't
your
know.
shit.
I don't know. I just want to go on. That's why I want to go on. Like, get me on a game show, Joe. Just get me on a fucking game show.
Listen. I've had to do a lot of work just to manage to fucking be able to spend every paycheck before my next paycheck, right? Like,
Again, I'm drinking too much. I'm gonna say stuff I don't want to say right now. But there were different situation, Joe. So Egg is playing. Toast to you, Joe. We'll drop it there. Egg is playing with a horse, getting him excited. Oh well, that's out of context. I'm saying Egg's getting the horse excited. He said so. He's getting thunder. And again, Joe, I mention this stuff more often than I think you do, but it is worth mentioning. The fucking soundtrack on this show is the balls. Like it's. People want to say all 3 shows are great. Game of Thrones, the original one, is awesome. I don't always love House of Dragon. I like House of Dragon as a
I'm so
show.
happy that's ending after season 4. I don't even watch it. And like, I want to piss on your parade. So not you specifically, Phil.
Me
But
personally?
like, no, not you. But like the fan, like it is so fucking horrible. I'm
Let's
glad
not-
they're like no more after season 4.
Let's not talk about that because there's a differentiating opinion. I don't love it as much as some do, but I don't hate it as much as you. I think it's okay.
I think they took all of the bad stuff about Game of Thrones and were like, let's continue.
I definitely
make it
think a
work.
lot of people are taking their baggage from Game of Thrones and projecting it onto that show. I think you're right, Joe.
And I definitely am.
I think some people are doing that. And that's why I think this show would have been a better palate cleanser as the first spin-off.
It really would have.
Then maybe have done a House
probably had a completely different opinion of House of Dragon had this show come along first.
Yeah, and that's all
I
I'm
will say that because I didn't completely hate season 3.
too.
Wait, no. Did the crab fight guy happen in season 2?
It's only been 2 seasons.
No.
Yeah. Look it up.
So
Look it up.
really, the whole crab fight was in season 1?
Season 2.
No, season. Wait, Did I lose sound? Did you mute? What happened? Season 2. Oh, did I freeze again?
No, you're fine. I was just
Oh,
muting it while I was looking up. No, I'm right. I'm right. You're so dumb. You're making me question if I'm right about something. There's only been 2 fucking seasons, asshole. Don't fucking question me.
Okay. So I've watched.
Don't question me about a show you don't watch. Don't question me about a show you don't fucking watch.
Both seasons, Phil.
Can we not talk about this damn show right now, please? Can we
All
talk
I'm
about
saying
can we
is
talk
I've
about the
watched
other damn
both
show?
seasons. Season 2 is better than season. The crab fight was season 1.
Season 2. They were both shows were season
So he
1.
fights
Oh no,
the
people.
crab and then goes exiles himself.
No,
to
people are
Harrenhal?
saying Crab Fight was season 1. Crab Fight was season 1.
That was stupid.
You're stupid. You're confusing me.
Are you sure it was? It felt. Like
Are you
3
sure?
seasons.
Are you sure you know something about a show you like and I hate?
I don't know. It's been like 4 years since the thing started, so it feels like 3 seasons to me.
You're an asshole. I saw Mandrell pop in earlier. Great to see Mandrell. But again, just to compliment this show again.
It is much better than House of Dragon.
It's a lot of fun. It's a very good vibe. You both are so wrong that you froze. I didn't freeze. I muted.
Jesus, you muted me.
I muted.
And then you froze.
I
and
muted
I'm like, what the
myself.
fuck is that?
No, I didn't mute you. I muted myself. Next week's episode. Oh, awesome, Girl Nettles. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll talk to Joe about when we want to do it. We might want to do it. We'll probably do it Friday night.
You might be right, Jackie. I probably ran into that fucking soothsayer somewhere along the fucking
Great
line.
to see JSM in the live chat. Joe, we'll talk about this towards the end of the show, but someone just said next week's episode is going to air on Friday instead of Sunday because of the Super Bowl, which would be awesome.
Oh, smart.
So we'll be doing this Friday night if that's the case.
And then we can do a Super Bowl recap.
We'll talk about that.
We can do I'll come over
Sure.
to your house and we can do a Super Bowl live watch.
Joe, we'll talk about that off air, but
Something really fucking weird for the channel.
I'm not against doing something like that. But yes, if the show is airing on Friday night, we'll be on Friday night. I've only watched the first season of House of Dragon. I'm glad that this one is good because that ruined me, says Alex. Okay, so oh yeah, he's doing his. The worst thing I can say about Egg, and this isn't a bad thing about Egg, it just reminded me of he was doing his like Anakin Skywalker thing. He was going woohoo, woohoo, and this actor would have been a much better young Anakin Skywalker. Like him in the Phantom Menace would have been so much better than rest in peace, Josh, whatever the fuck his name is.
I'm seeing some support.
Of what? Of what?
Of both my hate for House of Dragon by Alex and Super Bowl party for Ion Throne.
Oh.
I'm seeing some support. Haymakers in. Haymakers in.
I'm loving the Duncan Hegg. The music is amazing. It really is. Like, in as much as that's how you brought up that. That's how I brought it up. The music on this show is better than House of Dragon and better than a lot of the second half of Game of Thrones. It's just the way it sort of attaches itself to the feel of the vibe of the scenes.
It's
Real
more
good.
than just that. So far, we've had 3 episodes and we've had 2 fucking tavern songs. George R.R. Martin's books are filled with the fucking songs. He mentions them. He puts the fucking songs in the books as songs, like, you know, narrower margins.
And we
all
got
that
Eggs Targaryen limerick he was singing tonight too.
Yep. Like, I really love the fact, because one of the things we don't realize that not so long ago, like when TV wasn't really a huge thing and radio was still new, tavern songs and shit like that were big. Everybody fucking knew them. It's like either Jingle Bells, I believe, is not about Christmas at all. It's about a horse race and like.
Oh, I thought it was about
wedding
growing
or
some
shit.
hair on your stones or something like
No,
that.
it's about like a horse race that used to take place in the winter and shit.
No, I'm kidding.
Or something like that. It's not it might be Jingle Bells, but like
I thought that was
like
a song
weird
about
shit
Batman smelling. I thought that.
right? Like weird shit like that. Like these songs were, and they still sing it. You see it all the time. Like I guess the most recent one I can think of would be like, you know, the Dropkick Murphys, and they're like shipping out to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That's a traditional tavern drunk, Let's all sing about the same fucking thing. We're all fishermen in this fucking stupid fucking place. Like, that's the kind of stuff.
What was that?
Really
what
cool.
was that?
That's
What
all
was that
throughout
song
the
that
episode.
there was? We used to hang out at a certain bar. We're not going to pub it because the owner sucked. But there was a dude that had a full throttle with the bottle on a drink your blues away. There was that dude
Yeah.
Elvis or Belvis or Telvis or whatever.
It was, yeah, it was, what is it? What's his name?
Delvis. That was his name, I think. And he said he had this like in bar song, and everyone in the bar would sing it all, full throttle with the bottle, and then the whole bar sang along and stuff like that. It was, anyways, let's jump in the live.
And shit like that was all over the place. And that's one of the things that makes these 3 episodes really special. This is like the 3rd or 4th of them.
I agree, Joe. It adds.
That's all part of the soundtrack.
And it also just adds to the credibility of the world. It feeling like a lived-in world, like you're playing. And again, I keep doing video games, but just because there's video games that make you feel that way, and there are video games that don't make you feel like that. If you're wandering around in like an Elder Scrolls game, you feel like you're actually living in that world. If you walk around in like Dragon's Age or some of the Fable games or something, like they add little things like that to the world that makes you feel like you're actually living in part of it.
Yep. And like, so what even makes it even better and draws that even bigger is right after we hear one of these songs, we hear 2 fucking schmucks, Dunk and Egg, me and Phil, pontificating about what the fucking song means in the honor of the girl sticking her fucking 3 fingers up some guy's asses.
Yeah, and about
like,
and about
she's crippled and like all this
about
shit.
like her Australian pipeline effect of how good she is with that, and then they mix it with a conversation about talking about, is it normal that he grew hair in his balls?
Right. So we see this we hear this song for the first time, but we know it's not anybody else's first time because everybody in the fucking bar is singing it, and these 2 guys know it so well they're talking about it.
Joe, we need to catch up on a couple of stuff in the live chat. Apulia with a $25 super chat. Thank you, Apulia. Toast to toasting you.
Oh, shit, and Michelle.
No question. Pac-Man. Here we go. We missed Pac-Man as well. Egg was like Egg's song was the Fuck the Blackfires. That the most we'll get with like Blackfire Rebellion stuff is in there. And
that was fucking awesome.
That was a great Fuck the Blackfire song. We got George Lucas in regards to House of the Dragon Season 2. We can't undo what we did, but we can diminish the effects of it. That's sorry. Fucking David, you're right, though.
True.
Yes, classic EverQuest. And thank you, Michelle, or is that Michael or Michelle? Heath827 for becoming a member. Thank you to all of our new members today.
I'm curious as to how. So we heard from Walking David after episode 1. I'm curious as to how Walking David thinks 3 episodes in, if he did not appreciate episode 1, if I remember.
No, he
correctly.
did.
His girlfriend did.
No,
he did not.
He did appreciate episode 1.
He was down on it.
No. He was down on the Baratheon performance. He wasn't down on the episode as a whole, you drunk bastard.
Okay. No. In all fairness,
I remember Barry what David said. Joe, you fucking don't make David do you an impression of you. Leave a voicemail of an impression of you being a dick.
And he can give, I'll call in Joe.
Joe, did you hear someone called?
Waiting for that, Dave.
Someone called to give an impression of your review of Pluribus. Here we go.
God damn it. Well, I've been watching this shit for 5 fucking episodes, and there ain't nothing going on in this shit. Something gonna fucking happen already.
There we go. That's Joe Dirty Locks' review of Pluribus.
I don't know who it was, but they got it. Dead on.
That was a pretty good Joe impression, wasn't it, Joe?
Dead on.
Dead on. That was like a dead on of Joe, right? That was Amy. She did a.
I'm waiting for that phone to ring, David.
she does spot on Joe impression right there. Speaking of which, I think we did get a phone call, but I think.
Did we miss it?
I think I have a voicemail. David can either leave his voicemail or I'll switch it for him to call back. We'll see what happens. But we got.
Can you do that? Can you program that only one phone number can call?
No, I can't. So we already have one voicemail. Let's listen to this though. I think we had a voicemail. I thought we did.
We do.
Hello?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so Hello?
That was just Jay. Hey, Jay, welcome to the show, Jay. Okay, so let's get into the.
Hi, Jay.
Haymaker says this was the best episode so far. Everyone's doing their Joe impressions, I think. Everyone's doing the Joe impressions. We have another Joe impression. Someone just called and left another one. What's this one?
Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Is that Joe doing Al Pacino?
I think it's Joe doing Al Pacino doing somebody else. So dragons versus lightsabers, who wins? The dragons. The dragons can sort of fire down on the people with the lightsabers and be far enough away to destroy them, right?
Well, can't you just? Well, are you an actual like Jedi with a lightsaber, or are you like me and Phil with a lightsaber? Because then dragons, we've already killed ourselves with the fucking lightsaber.
Fair that we would die quickly from the lightsaber. So welcome to the show.
Where's my arm? Oh my god, my arm!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show is The Walking David. Welcome, Walking David.
A sword leaves a cut, a lightsaber goes clean.
How's it going, boys? How's it going?
It's going good. Joe's been drinking tonight, David, so be careful. What's going on?
No shit, dude. No fucking shit.
Joe doesn't drink.
So what do you?
Joe's clean and sober.
So David, what are your thoughts? 3 episodes in for the show so far.
I'm really enjoying it, Joe and Phil.
You can address Joe. You can address Joe.
I want to address Joe because he's talking some shit, but out of love, of course.
Of course.
Out of love, of course.
Of course.
But
no, you got to. I don't want
some shit.
I don't want the
he's
love.
taking a big horse shit on what I said about episode 1.
You need to let me know. Hey, it was my impression of what you said. If I am wrong, then I will eat the shit that I took.
I think Phil got it right for the most part. It's like I enjoyed episode 1. I just thought there were a couple of things that I thought were a little weird, but then again, it's a different world, it's different characters. You're jumping right into it, and whatever, I had to adjust my expectations of the show. Having said that, episodes 2 and 3 have gotten progressively better each fucking time. And I mean, like, episode 3 compared to episode 1 is already the best. Like, it's gotten better every single week. So, and it did a good job early on in this episode, kind of saying like, hey, yeah, Dunk's not fighting this week. Like, Dunk's not fighting in this episode.
Dunk's kind of on the sideline. I think what this show does exceptionally well is balance a lot of vibes, a lot of themes. It's not just funny, or a lot of genres too. It pulls off the action really well. It pulls off quiet character building, and it pulls off the comedy, kind of bantering back and forth, and a silliness with like the snot rocket guy that popping up in there and stuff like that. It doesn't feel like it's outside the world. It all sort of integrates it well, and I think each one
and
of the
gore and the sexy,
right. And if any one of those parts wasn't good, it would make it silly in a bad way, especially some of the goofy stuff.
Yeah, I think like it does a really good job of kind of, and don't get me wrong when I say this, but it's like what Rogue One did for Star Wars, this show is kind of doing for Game of Thrones, and in as far as this show is doing a really good job of showing you what it's like to be a grunt. Yes,
like what like Lower Decks
to
wants
be low on the totem pole.
Yeah,
like it's doing a really, really good job of that. And I wanted to ask you guys actually a question. I sent it a couple of times in the chat, but there were a lot of people in the chat.
We were just ignoring you. Accurate. We were saying fuck David. Actually.
Fair enough. You know what I mean? Especially after Joe thinking I'm just shitting on the
show
especially
Joe.
Exactly.
No. Joe knows everything, huh, David?
Don't fucking answer that guy's comment, dude. Don't answer that guy.
He's typing. David, he was typing. I muted Joe for a second. He's typing me privately. Just tell David to shut the fuck up. That's what he's saying. He's like, fuck that David guy, highbrow actor.
He's stroking his cat and going, make him shut the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck the fucking actors, Jesus.
No. I'm the only person that deserves to shut the fuck up. All right. Now, aside from that, I never thought you were shitting on the show. I thought My impression was you didn't like it. Like if I were gonna get, I think we gave like a 1 through 10 that night, but I felt like you were more of a 5 or lower. You might have even said like a 7.
No. I
Okay.
think I was
Shut the
closer
fuck
to
up,
like
bro.
a 7.5.
And you might have said that.
Oh, what are we talking about here? We're like, I'm 9.5, I'm 7.5. Guys,
Yeah. What are we talking
this
about?
is a little out of context.
But anyway, I
Hey, four and a half is
misspoke.
plenty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what my
That's
wife
what
used
she-
to say.
That's what she tells me, right? But anyway,
That's what
I
the stories say.
I thought you didn't like it as much as you apparently did. I didn't think you hated it. I didn't think you were shitting on it, but I didn't think you. I didn't think it was a Walking Dead season 8. I thought it was more like a Walking Dead season 4.
Now, David, I do want to jump on what you said, which I think is absolutely accurate. I think the Rogue One comparison is really good. Lower Decks for
Yes.
Star Trek, or some other things
Oh,
like even
there you go,
playing
yeah.
the video game Shadow of Mordor in the Game of Thrones, in the Lord of the Rings universe, being kind of inside, or playing the Godfather video game, which is sort of associated like you're within the scenes of the Godfather and you're a grunt, like you're the guy chasing a dude in the woods instead of the dude driving the car. Whatever. It's like you're.
You know what it is. You know what it is. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
you.
please.
It's like Game of Thrones.
You've earned
and
it,
House
David.
of the Dragon are like from the perspective of like celebrity.
Mhm.
Yep.
Then this
Yep.
is from the perspective of fans.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's like, because you get to live vicariously both through Dunk and Egg, and even just the small folk throughout this, like, Lord Ashford's assistant and everything, where it's like you get to see them gobsmacked and awe-inspired by the sheer, magnitude of people's wealth and the envy that they feel, and also the reverence that they feel for certain people.
Yep.
It's just like if you were watching, like fans who don't want to go up and bother a celebrity, but they're pointing at Bradley Cooper at a restaurant and they're like, oh my God, there he is. There's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Did you not see him in this Oscar-winning thing? Are you fucking kidding me right now? He's right there. I should go say something to him. Don't say anything to him.
Oh no!
Like, it'll
Say
piss
something
him
to
off.
him.
It's the last
No.
thing he wants.
Say something to him.
And
I got a chance to
Yeah,
talk to
do
Curtis
it.
Ellison. I got a
And then
chance to talk to
Dunk
Dennis
comes over there and
Rodman.
just goes, Sir Bradley. My master was Sir Alan of Pennytree. He would have loved me to get your autograph, sir.
And David, they do such a great job of putting us in their position. You're right. Like they're sitting in there watching the celebrity parade at the Oscars there or something like that, but Dunk has his ticket to be like he's up for a small nomination, and he's there looking at everybody like, oh my God, I'm the fish out of water in this situation with all these big names. And then even the way he's looking at Egg at the end of the episode is kind of like, oh no, you're one of them. He gives like he's happy he saved his life at that moment, but there's almost a sense of like, oh wait, you're not one of the fans too. You're one of the celebrities
What the fuck have
too.
you gotten me
I've been
into, you
telling
little
a prince.
gobshite?
I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
Float him in the
Yeah, I'm
ear.
gonna punch you in the mouth. No foreshadowing.
David, I love to hear you working out your Dunk impression live on the air.
I am working on it. I'm sorry. I'm doing
No.
like a bit over here.
No, you could please. We want to see how we want to be on the inside of the comedian's
yeah.
mind. We appreciate it.
I'm working on what will be the next voicemail voice that you hear.
Exactly.
For the
Let's hear-
next 2 to
let's hear
3
Egg.
years.
Yeah, could you do it? Could you give us a little egg? Hi, what's up, fucking asshole? What the fuck?
Because we got a little bit of this from the both of them tonight too.
It's true. Make it.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like, I swear I could. If you gave me a line, I could probably do it. But I'll have to work it out.
Yeah, I
and
would.
then, like,
I
send
would
it a
rather,
video.
to be fairness to be fair to David, knowing.
Okay.
No,
the
no, we're
line
not-
I
we're
want
not
to
putting
work
David
on.
on-
No. I'm putting him right on the. fucking
No, we're
spot.
not putting him on the
Work
spot
out-
live in the air.
I am gonna put him. He doesn't have to do it now.
No, he could do it.
Doesn't have to do it
Give
now.
us a voicemail.
I want
You're such an
Egg.
asshole.
explaining Alice's.
I want Egg doing doing
No,
Einstein's
it's from-
Einstein's
It's
dynamic.
It's from the show. Alice's honor. Maybe it's an honor thing. Why?
Basically, he wants you to say in Egg's voice talking about sticking a finger in someone's bum is basically what you're saying, Joe. You sick, twisted fuck. Right? Let's just get to it. Right? You want to hear David talking about sticking his finger in someone's
I'll
bum?
work on it.
Exactly, David. Thank you.
I'll have to definitely work on it. I'll try to leave that as like a voicemail if I feel confident.
We appreciate. I'll turn on
leave it as a
when I hang up with you, David. I'll turn on the voicemail line in case you choose to do it. But
Oh God.
thank you as always. And
tonight.
David, thank you as always. I did this last time. I'll do it again. Tell people tell the people about the movie that they can find on Amazon and Apple Plus right
really
now
fucking
to
good.
check out your shit right now, David.
I
Take a
was
few minutes to
surprised how good it was.
pub your shit. You were surprised? What? You didn't expect David to be good?
No, I was
I'm
surprised
kidding.
because it only costs $3 on $3.50. It's $4 on Amazon.
So you were surprised that it was
I was happy to pay for it too. So
But I'm the only reason I'm having you do it is I'm gonna fuck up the name. What was the name of the movie again, David?
The name of the movie is Minding Your Business.
Minding Your
And
Business.
it's on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. It's a family-friendly rom-com, so you can watch it with your parents or your kids or whatever.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of good. And if not that, a show that I was had a recurring co-star on called 1,000 Tomorrows is on Netflix.
Ooh.
And I'm a rodeo announcer, and you can hear my voice throughout each episode. So
what's the name of that?
be on the lookout for those things.
1,000 Tomorrows? Was that what it was?
1,000 Tomorrows. That's on Netflix, and that's a smaller role. I'll grant you, but it's a mini series, so everybody could binge it in a day if they want.
There are no small rules, just small people.
Everyone starts somewhere. I remember seeing Kevin Macy and fucking Hairspray as like one line getting her ready to go out on fucking stage and shit. Like there's a lot of big actors that start real small. You're on your way, man.
Yeah, you're the next Lenny
Hey,
Bruce.
yeah, you better fucking believe it.
Love you, David,
But,
and
love you too, fellas.
awesome. That's The Walking David. Everyone, check out his movie and check out The Walking David stuff and check out his YouTube channel and his Tick and Talk and all his other shorts and his impressions. David is literally one of the funniest and most talented people I know, and just good people. So make sure you check out David. And David, we'll all be working for David hopefully one day. That's the goal, right?
The goal.
The goal. Our last hope is working for David one day.
If we can't give him a job, hopefully he'll give us one.
Exactly. Even if he puts us in the audience of one of his movies, we're the angry assholes in the audience that just talk shit, like the angry old man Muppets, the grumpy
I'm
old
great
man.
at that.
Yeah, exactly. We'd be great at that, David. We'd be great at that. Don't forget about us. Anyways, no, but that's The Walking David. Make sure you check out Minding Your Business on Amazon or Apple. And seriously, it is a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get back into this recap.
It's really good.
Okay, so then some guy with one eye comes up and asks Egg if he stole the horse. And he's like, it's not stealing if you have to put it back, which I thought was a really funny line. He says, he goes, no, give me the horse. And he goes to grab the horse, and the horse is like, no, fuck you. And he sees Egg talking to the horse, and he kind of susses out that Egg knows the horse, and he's like, what's wrong with your hair? And then this dude...
This was really good. Egg immediately circles around the rock to where the sword is.
Yeah, and Egg also, in this interaction with the dude with one eye, has a total Forrest Gump Lieutenant Dan moment where he's like...
I know you.
He goes, what's wrong with your hair? What's wrong with your eye?
He gives as good as he gets. Like he's accustomed to speaking his mind whenever he wants to. He'll talk to anyone however he wants.
Oh, yeah.
He does a great job at pretending to be this poor kid in a fucking like little brown robe, shaved head. But his mouth betrays him constantly.
Yeah, he's too much of a shit talk. And David, we just want fuck Joe. I just want to work David. Joe's like my turtle, like we'll get Joe a job. But
hey, listen, I have a job.
Yeah,
I am okay.
Yeah, you can do other
things.
things.
I want more out of life? Can I do other things? Sure.
You can do other. I can't do other things. This is all I can do is look at this shit. Okay. Thank you, Haymaker. That is awesome. That knight can tell he's highborn. Think Tywin said to Arya.
I think he knew immediately.
Holy shit! We've got the amazing, wonderful, amazing old friend, 1998 championships. Hello to the live motherfucking chat. It's great to see 1998 champions, one of our oldest and longtime listeners, been listening forever. 1998 champions, great to have you. Bobcat Driver, Sir Robin Rosling will be important later on. And I thought he had an amazing introduction in this scene. Him and Eggs back and forth worked really well.
Oh, dude, in the flashback when he realizes who he is, like he asks him and then immediately realizes who he is. And I think
the flashback threw me a loop for a second.
It did me too as well.
I thought they were going to the next scene and I'm like, oh, whoops.
And Robin knew immediately a couple of things. A, if this kid knows who I am, that I lost my eye however long ago it was, that he is either a squire or somebody's kid, because you don't really know where that tournament took place. We aren't told where it was that he lost his eye, but he knows where he lost his eye.
Yep.
And it could have been anywhere in fucking Westeros. And if this kid was there and this kid is here, then this kid belongs to someone. That horse belongs to someone. He's not afraid to talk to him.
Did he
regularly.
know straight out who he is by saying
it's possible
what
he
happened
also
to your
missed
hair? Because he mentions the hair, like he knew, like there was almost like an implication. Where's your blonde haired kid?
Yep. He either knew him immediately, who he was, or figured it out really fucking quick. That's the impression I got from the way this scene played out. And it was made clear to me by the way, or at least I felt it was made clear by when he realized who he was. Oh, wait, I know what happened to your eye. Like, that's something that you convalesce from, especially in a time period in a place like this, for a lot longer than you would now. And that's something that would take a year or two where you're up comfortably walking around with a fucking eye patch and all this shit. So it's been a few years since he lost that eye. And if, like I said, if this kid remembers it, he was there. If this kid knows who he is, he was there to see it. And I just feel like the scene played out really well.
Yeah.
He either recognized him immediately, like you said, because of the hair comment, or he figured it out real fucking quick.
He figured something out.
The way he spoke to him and the way he recalled what happened and who he was.
I'm with Jackie though. There's something suspect about this guy. So Egg comes back to Dunk, who Joe mentioned this a little bit earlier, who's like, where you been? What you been doing? And he's been training, or don't leave without me, or don't do anything without me. He tells him he can eat some salted beef if he wants for dinner after you clean my horse. And Dunk and Egg is like, gross. I don't want your fucking salted.
Then we have some chicken and fucking egg
Can we have
sandwiches.
something?
Jesus.
Exactly.
That looked so good. I wanted one so
Did they invent the egg sandwich there? I don't know. So they flash to Dunk teaching Egg how to sew, as we mentioned earlier too, talking about growing black hairs out of his balls, if that's odd. And Dunk says the funniest line of the night, "It's odd that you're telling me."
Yeah. Well, it makes you wonder too. He's got black hairs coming out of his bald, but super blonde hair.
I guess he's not a true dragon. I guess that show says he's not the true.
So I
dragon.
wonder if they'll talk about this again. Wait,
Is he a bleach Targaryen?
So wait, are you blonde or brunette?
Is he a bleach Targaryen?
The drapes do not match the blinds.
I honestly don't
carpet?
know. Do you know? Do you know any blonde gentlemen we could ask if they like what color their pubes are?
Well, I know my brother Ben. He was a towhead growing up.
Oh yeah,
He
you're
was blonde.
and Martin kind of is red too, like lighter.
Martin's a big fucking flaming redhead.
So is he red everywhere?
Well, I don't know, but I'd garner say yes.
Girl Nettles.
The carpet should match the drapes, right?
I want to ask women in the live chat. Does the carpet always match the drapes with dudes?
Unless you die.
No, Girl Nettles says the carpet doesn't always match the drapes on men. So
Yeah, it does.
you don't know you don't know that.
I know my men.
I'm saying Girl Nettles probably
I've
knows
been in
better
a
than
lot
you.
of fucking locker rooms.
Fair.
I went to an all boys school, high school. I played on the football team, the wrestling team. for Division
this-
1A fucking high school.
Is this scene from Airplane? Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Like, what?
I've been to the Turkish prison.
Oh my goodness,
And the baths.
Duncan.
I went to the JCC.
I did
when I
too.
was
That's beside the
7.
point. Dunkin' Egg
I mean,
McMuffins.
Fair point. They were all gray, both places.
Yeah, exactly. That was far gray. That was white. That was like me now, white hair. Now, let's get in the live chat here. Girl Nettles says the carpet doesn't match the bricks. In foreshadowing how dangerous and brutal jousting can be, Egg's mom is a Dane. GRM should rule Targaryens on bald hair. The seed is strong, Ian. Haymaker with the wordsmith of the night, Dunk Egg McMuffins. I love that.
I want one.
I want a Dunk Egg McMuffin too. That actually sounds delicious. Homework. Ian says everyone this week watch 1 hour of porn, take notes, and report back to Phil next
Those
week.
are more like Dunk Egg McLoafs.
Oh, those are delicious. Let's rewatch the first 5 minutes of last week's episode. It's not all bad, Joe. There's only one more season of The Last of Us. Don't worry.
No, I'm so happy about that.
I
too.
know.
Let
That's
me
what I'm saying.
tell
It's
ya.
not all bad news today. It's great. Okay, so we go.
I hope they revisit and try to redo it in the future. Maybe
An animated-
apparently HBO fucked it up, so obviously not them.
I shouldn't have brought that up, but that's a different story altogether. So,
You didn't bring it up. Someone in there fucking brought that shit up.
oh, did they? Okay, so we go off to Egg singing a fun Targaryen history song. I wish I recorded it or wrote down the words, but it's a fun Targaryen Blackfire Rebellion history song, and it's time to get the armor together and get everything up for a fight tonight as Egg says, "Listen, Dunk, you're not fighting today." As Joe looks like he's ready to grab a cat. Yeah, that's Joe's molesting animals look. Egg says, "Today is for Knights of Highborn," and then Dunk's like, "Why have I been preparing all day? Why have I been getting ready all day?" And Egg's like, "Good question." Their back and forth there is perfect. I don't know how long they spent trying to find the two actors that have the best back and forth chemistry, but
They have a great one.
they have really, really great Joe. It's like just really funny back and forth between the two of them. Fernandez, I love you. Them's a fighting words. So he flirts some more. We get Dunk trying to get their breakfast right. This reminds me of trying to order my eggs at one of those, like at Brothers or something like that. Just like yelling, "I want my eggs over, medium, just over."
No, you just want the eggs, dude.
Yeah, at that point, I just want some eggs. I'm just hungry.
Anything but fucking salted beef.
Anything but
Hard salted beef.
Oh, why? Oh yes, why have I been throwing? Thank you, Girl Nettles. That was the line. Why have I been throwing up all day? Good question. It's just hilarious. It balances off with the why have I been growing? Is it weird that I'm growing black hairs on my balls? It's weird that you're telling me about it. Those lines were some of the highlights of the back and forth situation. Their chemistry. 1998 championships. Love their banquets. Reminds me of Arya and the Hound. Joe has to earn his keep so he can be online with us on Sunday nights. Why have I been? Them's our fight words. I thought he was going to chop off the goose's head. Look at your own pubic hair. It's evil. It is. It's this evil shade of horrible, and it's the only part of my hair. The way too much information that you guys don't want to know. It's the only part of my hair that hasn't gone gray yet. Briefly. For about another year, probably.
It's also perfectly straight, and he keeps it in cornrows.
It's the dreadlocks, Joe. Come on. So,
His carpet matches my drapes.
we're definitely. I would say we're going in some weird places tonight, but I think we're just balancing out the energy of Dunkin' Egg. So that truly balances out the energy of George R. R. Martin. So we go off he finds their breakfast. He flirts a little bit more with his girl. His Sheila will be ready later tonight. He goes and gets his eggs, and Egg makes fun of him. Then we get a quiet whistle video game music as as Dunk makes some eggs for him and Egg. And I think he invented the egg sandwich. And I agree, Joe. That looked fucking delicious.
Yes.
Oh, I meant to send. I think is this David trying to call in for an impression, and I forgot to send it to voicemail. David, I think you were. David, I think you're probably trying to call in to leave a voicemail message. Let me hang up on you and send you to voicemail. Or were you calling in to talk to us?
I was calling to leave a voicemail.
Okay, let me hang the fuck you, David. I'm hanging up on you. You suck.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, asshole.
I'm trying
Fuck
to leave
you.
a voicemail.
Fuck you,
Fuck
asshole. Fuck you. Please call in. We're very nice here. Please. We're very nice to our callers. Alice is fisting men. Yeah, we hear the song about the fisting men stuff. The song reminded me of the one I heard on Dr. Demento called Shaving Cream. It was on some compilation I had with you.
Dr. Demento.
Thank you,
Fucking
Julia, for mentioning.
Radio from the 80s. Jesus.
Dr.
Fucking
Demento
Christ.
was every Sunday night around here on ZLX from 10 to midnight. The Dr. Demento.
Yeah,
on-
like in the 80s.
Yeah, and I would smuggle a little radio into bed with me, Joe, and I would listen to Dr. Demento at night, and that was my first taste of like staying up late and being like in like bad radio a little bit. Was Dr. Demento and Eddie Andelman in Boston.
Eddie Andelman. Jesus fucking Christ, that dude.
Listen, this is Eddie. If you want my hot dog in your safari, I'll stick it in
I
there.
listen to Eddie Andelman fucking on the way home all the time.
He was the first guy that made. I used to call into his show when I was a kid, and he'd make fun of me. He'd be like, kid, did you steal the goddamn phone from your parents? Don't call in if you don't have anything to say, stupid. He'd say that on the radio to me.
Yep.
And I'd be like, oh my god, Eddie's talking to me. I want to do this. Phil and Joe, will we get a musical episode? We almost did. Tonight was almost a musical episode.
There was a lot of music in tonight. There was at least 2 songs.
Yeah, 2 songs at least. If Joe dies, his dread white could be
Valerian.
Valerian, yeah, Valerian the
Valerian disease.
Valerian the Dread. Valerian disease. Whoa, Joe, you should have been more careful when you were younger.
I got another Valerian disease.
Another Valerian disease. We're gonna send you to the Maester and do some blood magic on your Valerian disease. You sick prick. We got David's. We got a voice message from Dunk himself, Joe. Let's see what Dunk has to say.
Evening, boys. I tried to do Egg, but couldn't quite get it right. He often tries to find deep things out of shallow puddles. Carrying on about how a horse shits when it needs to and doesn't concern itself if people are okay with it. He told me the same should apply to a knight. Push and shove if you must. Demand the respect of a knight, but people shall embrace it, or they won't.
They
You have
won't.
to understand
They
what's wrong
won't.
with the boy. He reeks of horseshit, yet speaks with an air of royalty and the confidence of kings. Something is truly off with that young man.
That is a toast to
GG.
Toast to David. Thank you, David, for that. That's amazing. We are very lucky to have David on as a part of our show to leave things like that. That was amazing. Jesse, trust me, you do not want Joe and I to sing. That's not going to happen. And then
What do you want
the
us to
man
do?
named Mont- What was that?
What do you want us to sing, Jesse?
No, just stop. Don't listen to Jesse. Whatever you do not listen to Jesse. Oh, but we could listen to the one of the best names I've seen in the chat in a long time. Fish Tacos Tonight. Hope.
Ooh, I could sing a fish taco. for
Mara
sure.
says best impressions. People are loving it. Thank you, David, for making the show better with your impressions over these
Sorry,
years.
I could make a fish taco sing.
Oh, Joe.
Ah!
Ah. You're making. Oh. Yeah, that's how it sings. Stop. Okay, so Dunk hears a big sound, and here comes Aryan Bright Flame, and who says hi to the other Targaryen cousin. He's like, "Listen, cousin, I'm not going to embarrass you tonight, but you have to face the dragon." That was what reminded me of Viserys with the whole you don't want to piss off the dragon. And the battle is set. They head each other as Egg starts screaming, "Kill him, kill him, kill him." He hates this dude. And again, this is filmed very just well done. The way they film the jousting is a big step over.
No list here. And the joust they showed earlier where the dude lost his eye, Did you realize there was no like fence in between them? It was an open
No,
field.
sort of like an open field joust.
I really liked that. I don't know why I really like that.
Haymaker says, and the award goes to The Walking David. Beth loves fish tacos. Apparently, Dexter Saul and Sal was the first audition that was put in front of the casting directors, and that's how good he is. Also, Peter Claffrey took him bowling to the arcade and hockey matches, and it shows. They sort of seems like they built some chemistry. Phil, could you imagine Chris Farley?
Dexter, is that Dunk or is that Egg?
Dexter is Egg.
Okay.
He was the first to audition. I mean, he killed it. I can see why they.
He is fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Why did
I'm willing to wager. I not wager because this is all subjective to begin with, but like I feel like he is better than any of the kids that we've seen in any of the Game of Thrones series.
I'd have to think about it. Shireen.
And I was big on Bella. I was big on Macy.
Shireen was really good. Stannis' daughter.
Shireen was good as well. Yeah,
she was really good. I think she's the closest approximation to him. Arya and Bran were very good as kids. Like
they were.
You forget because they grew up.
Lost his shit though.
But they grew up. The fuck them growing up. We're talking about them as kid actors. They were great as kid actors.
I mean, yes, but so let me tell you this. I'll tell you. Some of the biggest movies to come out in the last 20 years were the fucking 8 Harry Potter movies. And I just recently, over the last
Elijah Wood was awesome as a kid actor.
I watched the first 4 Harry Potter movies, and I'm going to tell you right now that
you hate them. They fucking suck.
No, the movies are okay. The movies are okay, right? They're what I expect. But like, and I'm going to watch all of them.
Rickman's amazing in them.
Yes, he is. And Oldman, and there's a lot of great performances.
There's a lot of great performances.
I think the girl, I can't remember her name right now, Hermione,
yeah.
She's great.
Emma Watson.
Both Weasley and Harry Potter are fucking awful actors in those movies. Hard stop. This dude that plays Harry Potter, I can't remember his name for the fucking life.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe is a fucking amazing.
He's awesome. You see him on the Weird Al movie. He's so good.
He's
so good. He's so good.
He's one of the best out
hilarious.
there right now. Like you can see, like he may have made the cut for Harry Potter, but like he has grown. There are other kid actors that, if they're good when they're kids and they're good when they're adults, that's an amazing feat. You suck when you're.
I think he was dumbing down his abilities for Harry Potter. I mean, I know he was a kid, but I think he was dumbing down his abilities a little bit.
He might have been because he's grown so.
Radcliffe is a talented fuck. He really is.
Very talented.
Did you see the Weird Al movie? I know it's like that's a weird thing to just mention, but
I actually haven't, but I've watched a lot of his other.
It's ridiculous, but it's worth watching for his performances. Yeah. Weird Al. It's like a really ridiculous movie. Anyways, so but I'd say Shireen on the main series was excellently good.
Yeah, but I think Egg is probably the best in any of the series.
Fair.
As a child actor,
fair. And he has to, in fairness to the story, he has to be. Because
he's one of the 2 main cast members, starring roles. Like all of the other kids so far have been supporting actors, not starring roles in their particular seasons.
I have a drinking problem.
It's fine. Hole in your lip.
Yeah,
but this kid's got to fucking hold down the series with Dunk, and he shows me anyway that he can do this.
Yeah, no,
and he's doing it.
I'm with you on this point. So Dunk.
I hope he has a great career ahead of him. I really do. I hope he's able to hold his talent.
That's a different thing.
And also avoid all the childhood star pitfalls.
I mean, Corey Feldman was a great kids actor, and we all know what happened there.
But we
all know what happened there.
There are a lot, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. Both of them were great kid actors, but they could not act their way out of a paper bag
once they became adults.
After 20 years old. Right. Like, done. Just fucking done.
Unless you want to say Feldman's been acting like he can be a musician for all these years, but that's beside the point.
I gotta say, too, a big part of that problem, too, is when you start using hardcore narcotics and hardcore drug use, there's a lot of affect blunting that goes on.
I think it depends the person, because some people can pull it off. Some people can strangely pull it off.
It does, but there is a lot of affect blunting, and affect is your biggest ally as an actor to be able to. So Alexander Skarsgård does a whole movie. He doesn't speak a fucking single line throughout. He's called mute, I think. And you have to be able to portray so much with your body, with your face, with everything else at your hands, and without your voice, that you do lose a lot of that when
So,
you
some
fuck yourself up.
some
to a-
people
to a
some
point.
people some
To a
people
point.
some people do, especially if you're limited in
Yes.
some
Yes.
abilities. Will Wheaton.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you're Will Wheaton and you just suck. So
Will Wheaton was good in Stand By Me. Come on.
but he couldn't act his way to a paper bag as a fucking adult.
He was good in
Shut up. No, he wasn't.
And
No, he wasn't.
that was all he ever did.
No, he wasn't good. He wasn't good at anything. So who knows what happens? Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens to Dustin.
He's like the best part of Big Bang.
No shit, JDL. What's your point? Thank you, Fernandez, dude. That's what everyone asks.
About what? What do you mean, Fernando?
No,
You've been
he's-
shitting on me all day.
He's
Fernando.
kidding. He's kidding. He's trolling you. So fucked up evil music as this
I think Fernandez got a crush on me.
as this dude stabs the horse during the joust, which we all know is a big fucking no. It's just bad form in the fight. So crazy dude kills the horse. Dunk says to Egg, "You need to stay calm up. If this stuff happened to me, accidents happen." And Egg turns to him and he's like, "This was no accident. That dude's just fucked." So we go off to drunk Baratheon dancing of the episode. Bum, bum, bam.
Julia.
Drunk Baratheon dancing for the day. And Dunk and Egg are watching and listening to the drunk Baratheon dancing and asking, is there... this is where we get into our conversation that we've made reference to several times as the Baratheons are singing the song about Alice that likes to pleasure men in their bum-bums and the crippled girl that really is good at with her fingers in people's asses. And Dunk and Egg sit there and analyze the lyrics, like Joe and I, drunk at a bar, sitting and talking deeply about the lyrics of Alice probing our buttholes here.
I'm so psycho-sexy.
Yeah. She's a freak of nature, but we love her so. And she's a freak of nature.
I
but
got
we
stopped
love
by a
her.
black and white on my automobile.
Yeah, okay. We can sing the whole song here. So, poor Stand By Me is an American classic. It is. I love Stand By
And
Me.
so is it The Lost Boys.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie, and I think Will Wheaton really carries that movie. He's also good in. Isn't he in Daryl too? Is he like the robot?
Yes, he's in Daryl.
And
He's in a few movies.
And I think he's awesome in Daryl. I think
He was a much better child actor than he was an adult actor, but he didn't want to act anymore. He was done with
it
that
shows.
part of his
It
life. Yeah.
shows. I can tell why. It's because when you're a child actor, you don't have to show as much range as you.
Well, you also, it's like, listen, you want to force me to go play baseball. I don't want to go play baseball. If I want to go play baseball, I'll go play baseball. But when I'm done playing baseball, don't force me. Like when I'm done with Little League, don't force me into high school baseball because I showed interest in it when I was in fucking middle school.
Yes.
Kids change. Their interests change.
And Fernandez T, I did see that Kiefer got arrested a little while ago. It was kind of scary. He like threatened to kill the guy. He's like, let me out of this fucking Uber.
No,
I'll
that dude
kill
was
you.
super fucking wrong, dude. You
was
don't
a-
pull over. If I tell you to let me out of
I
your
know,
fucking
but
car and you
Kiefer was
say
like,
no, you
I
better
would.
be sure I'm
In,
gonna choke
in
out.
fairness, though, like if you're a celebrity in that situation, yes, but you can't be saying I'm gonna fucking kill you there. You know you're gonna end up on fucking TMZ in that situation.
No, first off, like, hey, I start recording myself and I say, let me out, let me out, let me out. And on the third low, and then he hasn't even started to pull over. I hit the fucking brake on fucking camera. I show the world that I'm willing to choke out a fucking Uber driver that ain't fucking pulling over to let me out. Fair fucking game, dude. You ain't kidnapping me.
I guess
So
if
let
you-
me the fuck out.
I guess if you're also Jack Bauer, you've dealt with that shit before, so you kind
If
of.
you say let me the fuck out, whether you're Jack Bauer or fucking any fucking 14-year-old fucking girl taking an Uber somewhere, and they don't pull the fuck over and let you out, kill the motherfucker.
And David,
Kill the motherfucker.
David, of course you can call in about the kid actor stuff. Let me
Kiefer Sutherland, Jackie. Donald Sutherland.
David,
famous actor.
David,
Jack
I'm
Bauer.
literally 2 minutes away from finishing the recap. Let me finish the recap and then definitely call back in to talk about the kid stuff. And we just zip through the end of this recap because we're basically at the end of the episode here. Okay, so they continue to talk about Dunk asks Egg about his dad. He says he doesn't really know him, and he asks Dunk about his dad, and he says his dad was not hung like the guy in the last episode. Hung as a thief, but he wasn't really a thief. And they get to the fortune teller. We already talked about the scene kind of at length earlier. Fortune teller tells Dunk he'll be as rich as a Lannister, and he tells Egg he will be king. He'll die. I thought he said hot fire. Joe says a pig fire, whatever. Hot fire, hog fire. Worms will feed on your ashes, and all you know will rejoice in you dying. Egg is like, why the fuck should you say that? And Dunk is like, who cares? Ah! Then Dunk meets up with Raymond and Raymond. Egg goes to watch the show because he doesn't want Raymond to make him. And Dunk goes off with Ray, and they talk about who Dunk will pick to fight and who Stefan will pick. Dunk says he's going to play Andrew. I forgot to mention the Snot Rocket guy came up to Dunk earlier in the episode and asks him to fight a certain person that will throw the match against Dunk because everyone will bet against Dunk. So he's just like telling Dunk, if you pick this guy, he will.
He told everybody he's going to beat the guy. He was telling Dunk.
Did he tell Dunk to throw it?
No, to win it.
To win it, so that this guy will throw it for him, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I thought he was asking him to throw it, and then it turns out he was asking him just to pick this guy because this guy sucks and you'll beat him anyway.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to lose, and we're all going to bet on you.
See, I thought what he was saying was pick this guy because this guy will throw the match against you because everyone will bet on him because no one will know you and play along.
Yes.
Yes. Or was he saying pick him because he sucks and you'll beat him?
There's no need to approach Dunk if that's the case. And this whole thing felt fucking weird to me.
Right. The fix is it.
If this guy has already got the fix in, why do you need to let Dunk know or in on it?
Fair. This guy, why do you let the stupid Rube Hedge Knight in? Because he can just make you. Like, there's no upside in telling Dunk.
None whatsoever. Let Dunk think that he won on his own. Let his whole reaction be real.
Yep. No,
this guy's already going to throw. So that none of this made too much sense to me. Why are you trying to get Dunk in on this if you're having him win and this other guy is going to lose?
I'm with you, Joe. I got a little bit confused as well.
Maybe someone in the audience can.
I think we're onto it. I think it was just like slightly convoluted in the way the interaction was. I think
it just seemed really weird to me.
Yeah, I guess it's you just bring the person in on your scam just so we know what the scam is. But anyways, so we go back off to Egg.
Well, why wouldn't if that's the case, Phil?
Yes.
Right? If that's the case, like you said, bring the person in so we as the audience know.
Because
why wouldn't you do it the other way?
Because nonfiction says because Dunk needs to know to pick him. Thank you, nonfiction. That's a great point.
Okay. Yeah, no.
That's a great point.
Dunk needs to know to choose him because he's willing to throw it.
Exactly. So we don't want Dunk to challenge somebody else.
Someone, right.
But
why would it matter? Oh, because everybody's going to bet against him if Targaryen.
Yeah. So in this situation, it sets it up for the perfect situation.
All right. Thank you.
So it actually makes sense. Thank you, nonfiction. You make these two stupid people go.
Now,
yes.
My question is, why is Dunk getting to? Does everybody get to pick someone?
I guess. But if you don't pick, what if you and I? What if I pick you, but
you
pick?
Picked.
Yeah, you pick.
No. What
David?
if I was already picked by Targaryen and I lost?
Or what if I pick you and you pick David? Do we have to pick each other? Like if I pick you, someone else picks me, but David and you pick each other, do you two fight? I don't know. But we'll probably never learn any of this. So we go back to Dunk and Ray, and Dunk and Darian and Aemon get a mention. Maker's out there looking for his kids. Egg comes in, and then we get someone mentioned this earlier, but we talked about this. Ray starts shit talking Targaryens. He's like, these fucking crazy motherfucking idiot inbreeded asshole Targaryens. They're a bunch of fucking morons and scary pricks. And anyone who's like, did he go too far? No, this is years and years of Targaryen oppression. The dragons are gone. Now the Targaryens are a literal fucking joke that are just like the high class that are in there and acting like... So
anyone out there who doesn't know,
it would
the
make
history
sense to
of
show
Game of
Buck.
Thrones, because we've established earlier tonight there are people that don't know. The Targaryens came over from Essos, a different continent,
Valeria.
with dragons.
They had Valerian disease.
And they conquered the continent of Westeros with their dragons and forced 7 different kingdoms to become their subject. So that's why it's called the Seven Kingdoms, and they're all united under the Targaryen banner now. And none of those other 7 kingdoms are kingdoms anymore. It's all one kingdom, the Targaryen kingdom. So for hundreds of years, about 300 or so years, Targaryens have ruled this entire fucking continent and subjugated all of its people to their will and whim.
And been a bunch of dickbags about it too, here and there.
And so other lords are pissed about it. And this kid's a lordling.
So while we're watching the dragon puppet show, Arion comes in there like a fucking drunk, a Targaryen asshole, and he doesn't like the dragon show that's going on. I kind of missed a little bit of what's going on here. Does he like pop the puppet or something like that and just...
No, well, the dragon, I think the
dragon
girl,
lost or something?
The girl kills the dragon.
And yeah, and he gets pissed off that the dragon dies in the show.
Right. Because his family are
the dragons, and the dragon will never die or some shit like that. So we flash over quick. It's kind of flash back and forth. We flash back over to where Dunk is with Ray, and Egg runs in. Help, help, help. He's attacking her. So Dunk runs into the other room, and we see like bedlam. It's just like mass hysteria. And really, from a show that's been laissez-faire in a good way, like melting by flow, to see something intense happening really makes your heart fucking start beating quickly. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And you see this fucking Targaryen asshole grabs Sonny Dijo, grabs the girl, Dunk's potential girlfriend, and like snaps her finger. It's funny. I'm rewatching The Wire right now, and one of the douchebag cops does this to a kid that steals a car. He like breaks his finger. And this is like the second thing I've watched today with somebody breaking someone's finger like this, Joe. And he starts snapping her fingers, and he is Kirkland, and that means it's cheap, and so he starts snapping their fingers, and Dunk runs in, sees what's happening, grabs this dude and starts going Forrest Gump on him and starts pounding the shit out of him. And his guards break it up really quick, and he's like, this guy starts screaming like,
he comes at him with a knife and he kicks him in the face while he's being restrained.
And he goes, no one stops the dragon. And why did you decide to... and then he starts...
End your life tonight.
And then he starts talking like Ralphie from that episode of The Sopranos. She was just a whore, Tony. She was just a whore, Tony. You can't put your hands on me. I'm a captain. She was just a whore. I'm a captain.
No, not a whore. A hua.
A hua. A hua. I don't know if I can say that. A hua.
A hua.
A hua. So you can't put your hands on me. I'm a captain.
It's the worst, man. The way fucking Pants says it in Sopranos. A hua. A hua.
No one can say it like Pants can say it.
No one.
So this Targaryen's like, why do you want to throw your life away for Job? For whore. And thank you. And my tooth is loose, so let's break out all his teeth first. And then Egg comes in.
Yeah, you loosened my tooth, so we're gonna take all of you.
And then Egg comes in with.
Well, they fucking put him on the corner of the stage. They're gonna curb stomp him. They're gonna make him eat the corner.
Yep,
of the
they're totally gonna curb stomp him. But Egg comes in with his new stones with little black hairs on it, and he's like, "No, you will stop, brother. You will not. He is mine."
And so here's the thing.
And he says, "I'm a Targaryen. You're my brother. Don't touch him." And that's the end of our episode. David, you're welcome to call at this point in time.
Little Dunk tells him to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, he tells me to shut the fuck up first.
Don't open your mouth. What are you doing, kid? But here's the thing. If he could stop all this for Dunk, he could have stopped all this for the chick too.
Fair. That's a good point. So did Egg just not give a shit about her enough, and he only gives a shit about Dunk? That's a good point, Joe. I didn't even think about that.
Right, like he opens his mouth and he shuts all of it down immediately.
So, but okay, to your point that you've made overall, and again, David, if you want to call in at any point in time, you're welcome to, or anybody's welcome to call in at this point. If we want to accept that they've created a believable kid character, kids don't always think clearly. So
no, of course not.
So he didn't make the right decision in that moment.
He might be just thinking that his older brother's going to slap him around and still do whatever he's going to do, and then drag him back.
I'm
off
surprised
his
his older brother listened to him. I guess it's the King's Guard that listen, or the guards that listen to him, not necessarily the brother.
Correct.
Anyways, David, welcome back to the show.
Hello again.
Hello. So yeah, what are your thoughts on kid actors? Have you had an opportunity? I've worked with some in theater, but mainly in like musical senses, and it's more community theater stuff. Like I can imagine they might be more difficult on a film set rather than a theatrical environment. But I don't know. Have you ever had the opportunity to work with kid actors, and what's your thoughts on them in general, and some stuff at being a working actor?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I've had the fortune and misfortune of working with kid actors, just because it really depends on the kid. If you get a more mature kid, then sometimes they'll follow the rules on set, but they'll be like little assholes. Like I've actually had like a kid who corrected me on a line.
Oh, he line read you. Oh,
it wasn't a he; it was a girl too. It was a little girl.
She line read you. That's horrible.
Because she knew my lines, and she's like, "You don't know your lines," and I just go, I was like, "Trust me, it's not worth it."
Yeah, exactly.
I said something like, "Don't worry about it. I know what movie I'm acting in." That's the thing, is that you think this is gonna like launch your career. I'm fully aware that this is paying my electricity bill. But and then I said the line differently, and then when she messed up her line, I just was like, "Oh, actually, your line is," and then I gave her a line reading, so I gave it right back.
Good. She deserved it.
Don't let those shits get away with it.
Yes.
Give it back.
Yeah, exactly. Treat them like a kid.
Give it back. Give it back to them quick, because if they don't get it when they're young, they're going to be real assholes when they get old.
David, I was doing the show once, a one-man theater show that I do in front of a bunch of kids, and like I came off stage and all these kids like, great show. And this one kid comes up to me and looks at me and with deadpan goes, "You're boring." And I, without hesitating, I go, "You're stupid." And she goes, "Actually, you're funny. That's great." It's like they want you. Sometimes you need to give kids back the energy that they give you.
Yeah, I mean, just talk to them like they are little adults, and just talk to them like so. And so if they feel the need that they want to be assholes, just treat them like an adult who you think is an asshole.
Exactly.
Where it's just like, yeah, call them out, and if they're nice to you, you be nice to them. But you definitely don't have to take shit from kids just because they're kids. That's stupid.
I'm with that.
I've worked giving them a clout in the ear.
Exactly.
You what?
All about giving them a clout.
Yeah. And it's like, so I've worked with that little girl who was super snarky and kind of shitty, and then I worked with this other little girl who she just would not stop like running around like right before takes, and she kept like farting and stuff because she thought it was funny, and like, so we're trying to do like a serious like emotional scene. She's just like farting because she's a kid. That's what works at home to get a laugh.
Yep, totally. And that's the problem where I imagine in certain contexts you need to. I've been on a few film sets, but it's serious. Like you have to like really pay attention, especially there's so much going on. So as an actor, I imagine it's very difficult to sometimes stay locked in the moment. So when some of that stuff's going on, it's just distracting. It's understanding the sort of being professional and respecting the other people that are trying to get the shots done and do coverage or do whatever. You know, there's a lot of like concentration.
Walked out and fucking farted right in the girl's face. Like walked up.
I try to.
Poof.
I try to when I'm working with kid actors, I try to frame it like, hey, do you want to hear something really cool? and then I tell them something that is educational about how a film works,
Really cool.
and then they're excited to be a part of it, and then they do it, and they don't realize that they just got taken to school about something.
Exactly. You almost
Like,
have to
I
trick
just
them,
go like,
trick them into learning.
yeah, you have to go like, man, if you go up to like, you see that guy, he's the first assistant director, and you know what's great is if you come over before anybody says anything and you stand on your mark and you just go, hey, Grant, I'm on my mark. Like, I'm ready to go. He's going to give you a high five. So check
No,
this
Grant
out.
is
And I was
not.
like, go ahead and try it.
Grant
And
is gonna
then
tell
that
you
kid
you're not
will
ready
stand
to
on the
go.
mark and go, sorry, go ahead.
That's just it. You're not in on the joke. Phil's in on the joke.
Yeah,
My
Joe.
bad.
That's my last name, Grant. So Grant's not ready to go.
Yeah, Joe
Oh,
is
yeah,
Grant will let you know.
Grant's not ready.
Joe is just reacting to your use of the word Grant. There, he was putting himself, putting
I
himself.
picked a random person.
Yeah, you picked a random person. You happened to pick a Joe's last name, and Joe.
Hey, listen, Dirty Locks, go stand on your fucking mark, okay, and tell the first AD how good of a boy you are.
Exactly. Joe was projecting himself into like being on set with you as a little kid, and you're schooling him. He was like living the dream. He's like, oh my god, I'm a child, and David
I
is
will
schooling me
take
on set.
David as an acting coach any fucking day.
Exactly.
Any day. If he
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to give me lessons, if he wanted to give me pointers, I would accept them. I would take them to heart, and I would learn them. Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Go to school.
Hell
The,
yeah.
the game is the
Oh.
game is the game. So
I'm not an actor.
I'll say this.
Yeah, David's a fucking actor, and he's a professional actor, and I would take his fucking tips and words. I'm not standing on my mark. Sorry, David. Let me get on my fucking mark.
Joe's
I
always
would want. I would
Exactly,
really want
David.
to impress him. I really would.
what were you gonna say, Dave?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna, and that's love, Joe. That's love. But it's like, what I've got to say is, it's like kid actors. You get a weird smattering of people, because what you have to do as a studio or somebody you're kind of banking on this kid, because if this show goes for a few years, this kid's gonna hit puberty. Okay, you have to know that. If you take a long time between seasons and stuff, they're going to experience boyfriends or girlfriends or their parents yelling at them,
Growth
or they get a
spurts and
scar
stuff
on their
like that.
cheek.
And especially
Yeah,
now,
like,
David, when
the-
these shows are like two years in between seasons.
Right, and the smart thing to do would be to stockpile, just shoot all of it. Just shoot like 3 seasons back to back to back to back to back, like to get as much of him being a kid as you truly can. Because here's the thing. Being a kid actor, like Joe said, you play pretend all the time. So as a kid actor, there really isn't an excuse for being a bad kid actor. There's only bad kid directors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, like
good
directors who don't know how to tell a kid. It's sort of like there's no bad dogs, there's just bad dog owners.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Correct.
same kind of shit. If you don't train them early on to have a certain respect or gravitas for a set, then they'll never really respect it. That's how you end up with like a Chandler Riggs situation with The Walking Dead and him not really trying that hard.
Yeah.
And then after he gets killed off the show,
His dad-
everybody's like...
And his dad starts complaining.
Right, because his dad's the one who needs the fucking money.
Yep.
Okay, like his dad's the one who's been using his kid to live vicariously through. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, you should buy a house in Atlanta for you.
Because
Looks both ways. But it's like, but here's the thing also, is that when kid actors are on successful shows or in successful franchises like a Harry Potter or a Walking Dead or whatever, what also happens is that because they already got the part and then they get fame, they start to get like, it's like too much stimuli. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
It's
so they get
Macaulay Culkin disease.
fed up with it.
It's-
yeah, you get kind of numb to it.
It happened with
And
the kid that plays John.
excitement,
Blossom.
yeah, the excitement of wanting to do well and show them what you can do, and the excitement of being on set feels like nothing because they're starting to not have privacy at home. They're not living a kid's life anymore. They're living a life of an adult. And when they mature into adults too quickly, all of a sudden they realize that their entire life up to this point hasn't been for them. It's been for their parents and the people who make money off of exploiting them. And then that's when you get really shitty actors. That's where Brand starts to become a shit actor, and Maisie Williams becomes a shit actor, and
and Macaulay Culkin does Richie Rich, and they start to get back into that point, and because they're doing it more for their parents, and that's why so many of them take breaks afterwards and stop doing it for.
Well, and
for
look
so
at
long.
Macaulay Culkin now. He can't act. He's better as just being himself. But if you see him even in a commercial or in Fallout, he's terrible.
He's horrible.
Okay, because
He's horrible.
He's had 40 years of drugs and not giving a fuck.
But when I see him, pop up on
emotionally traumatizing himself to where he's like, I don't feel fucking anything. So when someone goes, "Can you feel sad?" He goes, "I don't feel anything."
No, he doesn't.
And then they go, "Okay, we're rolling."
But David, when I see him pop up on like Red Letter Media, he's hilarious.
No,
Yeah, because
see,
he's
that's
being
what I was getting
himself. But notice every time he pops up on Red Letter Media, there's like some guy there for some reason.
Yeah, in the
That's
background.
his fucking sponsor.
Yeah, in the background, making sure he doesn't drink
He
with
can't
Mike.
be alone with people who are drinking. So
And that's
his
what I
sponsor's
was
always
getting at
just around.
for David. David's point is very good. When you need to understand and portray and make me or you convinced of the emotions I'm trying to portray, but you spent the last 5, 10 years or however many years trying to blunt all of those emotions in yourself.
Blunt?
Trying to make yourself not feel any of those emotions. That's a big problem when then you have to then tell me that you're feeling them. Like, I can't see it in you. I don't believe it in you. And so for one of the things that, like, drugs are a wild and amazing thing, bad and good in all of their ways. But like for me, one of the things I always said was I loved every little piece of awfulness and greatness that certain things gave me. And I didn't try to like run. I wasn't doing any of these things to hide from anything or to blunt anything. I was just doing it to have fun, to feel more, right? Like, so that's your difference, Phil. That's a big difference. If you're doing it to kill the pain, to stop the pain,
Fair.
to run from your life, that's a big difference than what I was doing things for, which was to feel everything, to get more.
Okay, Jim, you wanted to open all the doors of perception.
I did. I honestly did.
Yeah,
well,
dude.
think of it like this. It's like, I, as an actor, most of the time, like, I feel things very deeply. I'm a passionate guy, whether I love something, hate something. I do things kind of at 110% all the time, for better or for worse. So when I get to act in something, I get to kind of channel it. It's like when Havoc from X-Men gets that chess piece where he can shoot it out of his chest and it's more focused, or Cyclops is shooting it out of his eyes, but with the glasses instead of just blindly firing a laser. That's what acting is to me. So it's like a chance to kind of harness all of that passion and channel it at something very specific. But other people, other actors, they do what you're talking about, Joe, which is they stifle their emotions and they try to find their source of reprieve in other things like drugs or just doing crazy shit or acting out or whatever. And then when they come back to the show and they're having to still portray a kid, but for the last 2 or 3 years, they've had no privacy since they became famous. They've had people just throwing deals at them, people exploiting them, both their parents and people closest to them. Every adult they meet wants something out of them. And then it's like you're killing the thing that makes children wonderful at playing pretend. You're killing the creativity part. You're killing the imagination. You're flooding them with an adult experience at way too young of an age.
You're ruining the magic.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, you are. You're ruining the magic. And then sometimes they just make stupid choices like George fucking Lucas, who just goes, "Oh well, his performance is really unstudied, so I like that because I could kind of piece it together." And you're like, "Shut the fuck up, moron!" Like
it's like poetry. It rhymes.
That other kid.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
That other. Yeah, it was like, Coruscant. It's actually just Coruscant. But I mean, like, he just couldn't pick a kid who could pronounce words or act. He picked a kid who was exactly like him, some untalented fuck up who now had an opportunity. He goes, I'm going to give him a shot. You know, these are the people that I lose roles to, as they go, you know what, that David guy, he did it well and he said all the lines right and I really felt it. But God, this fucking idiot, this fucking Stunada, the first fucking magnitude. This guy, we got to give this guy the chance. You know why? Because he reminds me of me when I was fucking 27.
And how many Nicolas Cages do you lose roles to?
This David guy has too much of a soul.
Barrymores do you lose roles to?
Stop projecting actors you hate onto David here. You know?
No, but those are both family members. Those aren't just actors. Those are people who my father or my mother or my uncle was someone famous, and I want to do this because I didn't pay attention to anything.
I'm jealous too.
In school because they were fucking famous, and I didn't.
I wish my uncle was
not
Steven
jealous
Spielberg.
I didn't try for it. I didn't go for it.
Yeah, and
I had the opportunity to
look,
go to theater, but I didn't. I did crew instead.
And guess what? Drew Barrymore, she was a great kid actress. You know why? Because she stayed mentally a child for 47 years. Okay? She is still a child. She's like a teenager now. Like now on her show, she's crying. She's taking a knee. She's playing Colin Kaepernick every other episode because she's having self-realization. She's respawning into an adult's body. It's Freaky fucking Friday for her, okay? Like, she's over there like, oh my God, I'm going through menopause. This is so crazy. It reminds me of like going to prom. It's like, no, Drew. No, it fucking doesn't remind you of prom. You fucking famous moron.
Good self-edit, David. Good self-edit.
Dude, I'm trying so hard.
No, I know, David. I heard that.
David, I'm all over you right now.
David, I heard that. Okay, let's take.
I pay $100 a week to my therapist to work on it.
That was good. That was good, David.
But
let's
I will
take.
say this. One last thing about Drew Barrymore is I thought we had gotten past it, Joe, where my wife was like, okay, we're going to watch this old movie. I hear it's really good. I haven't seen it before. It's called like Down with the Seas and the Ships. Some weird ass name. And this guy, and I'm just like, this guy's kind of funny, whoever this dude is. And it just goes, starring Lionel Barrymore. And I go, fuck. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Yes, I am.
For him to have a scene where he just cries. He just breaks down going like, can you guys believe that, like,
I'm here with two Joes, everybody. So for Jesse, one quick thing before we let David go. Jesse says Nicolas Cage is the second greatest actor of all time. Jesse, who's your number one? I'm curious. Joe, I know you can't say the best, but who are some of your two favorite actors of all time? David, I don't think I've ever asked you that. Who are two of your favorite actors of all time?
Oh boy.
You can just pick two random people.
I'll throw out a Daniel Day-Lewis.
Great pick.
I think that's a solid pick. And I'll throw out a character actor. I'll throw a different one, and I'll say John Carroll Lynch.
Another good pick. Couple interesting picks. Definitely good.
I really cannot answer this question.
You can't answer who are two of your favorite actors? I'm not telling you to say you're the best. Who are your two favorite?
Because there's so much, like, I'm a little bitch.
You are. You suck at answering questions. You fucking suck.
Here's the thing, like,
answer a damn question, asshole.
I'll say the first name.
Yeah, what are the first two fucking names that pop in your goddamn head when I ask the fucking question?
Alan Alda.
Alan Alda from MASH?
Specifically,
that is a great line.
For MASH.
That is a great line.
Yeah, he's very good in that part, and he's very
and specifically for that. He's got. Do you know what that?
Suicide really is definitely painless. Suicide is painless.
He's got other roles that are really good, but like specifically for that role, he is one of my favorite actors. He's like, how many times have you heard me mouth off to cops? Mostly that's because of my nervous anxiety and shit. Like, not because I'm an asshole.
You always hated when I did it. So
right, exactly. Not because I'm an asshole like you and Nick, but because like of my nervous anxiety.
No, in fairness, Nick always hated when I did it too. Nick was pretty good.
Nick was the worst at it though.
Yeah, because he got angry. So for me, I know this is a easy pick, but I'm gonna pick Brando just because he's so weird.
Oh my God.
I just love Brando.
You watch a lot of Nicholson, Jack Nicholson's early movies. Some of his fucking,
I love Jack Nicholson.
especially his early works, his like B films and
Nicholson
shit.
Nicholson was going to be the other one.
Oh my!
Like
fucking
even his little,
God. Early.
even his little bit part in the first Little Shop of Horrors as
No, I'm talking like earlier than that. Like some of the fucking Dick Clark movies that he fucking made. They are incredibly fucking weird. This dude is out there.
So I'm just going to say Brando and Nicholson are two of my favorites.
Whoever discovered, like in a conversation where they're like, Jack, we have an idea for a movie for you. I'm not sure if you're gonna like it. And he just goes, all right, well, hit me with it. And then the guy, like, we think that you're gonna be like the funny, raunchy old man, like where you're like, you have a libido that's out of control. Basically, you get to play yourself. But we're going to give you a lot of funny quips to say.
Minus the Laker
game. You can be
too.
as bigoted and weird as you want. And he's just like, so
China.
you're telling me I can say whatever I fucking want to people? And then they're like, absolutely, we'll pay you $10 million. And he goes, can I call that gay guy a fag? And then they're like, absolutely, Jack. And he's like, I'm in. You know, like whoever discovered that Jack Nicholson is hilarious and should be the lead of romance movies is amazing.
Yeah, it's like movies like As Good as It Gets, which you're referencing.
Oh, As Good as It Gets is one of the best. Fucking yes.
As Good as It Gets, The Bucket List,
Evening Shade, even
Something's Gotta Give,
Something's Gotta Give,
Anger Management.
Even the movie
Anger Management,
even the movie Wolf that he's in with Michelle Pfeiffer, and somehow he's
romantic. And
dude.
Yep.
Even The Departed, he's hysterical. I mean, like she fell funny. You know, like everything that he's, but if you keep the camera rolling, there's so many moments with him. And if you watch his earlier shit, like Joe's talking about, or you even watch interviews where he talked about working with like Roger Corman in the 70s and 80s when he was coming up, that shit's amazing. Because he's like, Roger didn't have anything to pay me with, so I just said, can we just shoot in the fucking woods or something? Like, and it's
you do a really good Jack, David.
You're fucking amazing.
You do a really good Jack, David.
There's a great movie. There's a great movie.
Duncan Nicholson
with him and the guy from The Burbs, the not Tom Hanks, but the crazy military guy.
Yeah.
I forget, he's someone's father too. I forget who. I forget his name at the moment. But this guy is like a blind or deaf guy in like 1968, fucking Haight-Ashbury, San Francisco. And the sister of his is blind, and Jack Nicholson totally fucks her. Like totally fucks her over. And like tells her, I'm gonna help you find your fucking tripped out fucking psychotic fucking hippie brother.
Don't you?
And it's a Dick Clark production. And like I remember like Eddie found this fucking video in like the dollar bin and like put it. I'm like, oh my fuck, this movie
is it 5 Easy Pieces?
All I know is
that sounds familiar.
The chick is blind. And he's got to help the chick find her, like, tripped out fucking psychotic brother who's the guy from The Burbs. And, like, it is a total psychedelic 60s fucking freak show.
That's what I love about some of Brando's
all the
stuff.
Music,
like, have you ever seen Last Tango in Paris with Brando? It's just like this weird sexual 60s weird sucking thing. It's just all fucked up. Like some of Brando's movies, like when he just started to just like really
at the end of the 60s, early 70s, there were a lot of really fucked up movies with some of our favorite fucking actors now that you would watch these movies and be like, why am I, this is off? Like they're so awful, they're really good because you got to realize if you're a cinematic fucking lunch like we are, this shit is what informed today's movies.
To me, 70s and 90s movies are the best, but like you get some really cool, interesting stuff in the 60s.
Oh, there's a lot of
to
good
me, 70s, 90s, and early 2000s movies are like peak movie stuff. But now, but there's a lot.
Everything before that was like big, like Broadway on film.
Yeah. And then in the 80s, you got into a little bit too much of the formulaic 80s thing. And in the 90s, you were a little bit more in the auteur. Like, you had all these amazing filmmakers that sort of got into there. Christopher Nolan, Tarantino, all these dudes. And anyways, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
So,
I gotta say something real quick, Phil.
please, Dave.
You let me
Please,
go.
no, please.
It's like, by the way, because you love Red Letter Media.
Love those dudes.
And so you know who Lynn Kabazinski is,
Yeah,
right?
best channel on YouTube. Red. Shut us off and turn on Red Letter.
That's the only channel that I've ever fucking watched that you've turned me on to.
They're fucking hilarious, dude. They're great.
Okay, I'm gonna divulge something.
Oh, there's
here,
another
okay?
one.
So this is a little inside baseball, but like I was watching Red Letter Media, you know, for years, for like, you know, I've watched it for 14, 15 years now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Since the Plinkett Star Wars stuff, right?
I was watching some Lynn Kabazinski, you know, episodes or whatever, and I was like, God, well, they keep reviewing this Lynn guy's movie. I go, I wonder if I could find this dude. And so I found him, you know, on social media. I met I kind of like added him as a friend. He accepted me. I straight up told him, like, yeah, I found you through Red Letter Media or whatever. Good on you. You're a good shit or whatever. And then I was like, I'm going to keep on this guy, because here was my plan, Phil and Joe. I go, I am going to try my damnedest to get into a Lynn Kabazinski movie so that Red Letter Media will shit on a movie that I'm
dude,
in.
I love that plan. I've had similar plans. Like, my goal is to like get into a movie so I could be ragged on by a celebrity that I want to be ragged on. That's like
You mean get into The Walking Dead so you can be ragged on by me?
Yes, that's my dream, Joe.
Dude,
I signed
I would
up to be an extra on Dead City every year so we could watch it, so just you could trash my performance, Joe. You fucking shit fuck. Yeah.
Listen. I know that you give a Nazi salute with the best of them.
I do. I did that in a play. I had to do that in front of my grandmother. She cried. It was great.
Sorry.
No, you have to do some. You have to do some fucked up shit on stage, David.
Classic Nazi salute joke.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I've always said that if I had
Ba-bum-bum.
to, I'd shave my head for the right role.
Yeah. Joe's been on to see me on every time I've ever been on stage, and that was one of my worst moments. Anyways,
Dude,
David.
I really liked that fucking Marblehead performance.
Oh yeah, I Hate Hamlet's a very good play. It's a very good play.
That was good.
But
You'd actually
Well,
be an exceptionally good in that, David. I don't know if you ever read the play. It's about a television
In what?
It's called I Hate Hamlet. It's about a television actor that's like successful on TV, like a film television actor that has to do that gets haunted by the ghost of John Barrymore and forced to do Hamlet. Like, I could totally see you in either the John Barrymore role or the Andrew, the television movie guy. It's a play I think you would be excellent. It's a really funny fucking thing, but you'd be really,
you know what?
You'd be really
I've
good.
never done a play in my entire acting career.
I think you'd have fun.
officially,
I think
That's
you'd have
awesome.
fun. I think you'd have fun doing it once.
That's awesome.
That
No, I
sounds-
don't think you would. It's completely different. It's a completely fucking different animal. I do not get this. I love television and I love movies. I only mildly enjoy any kind of stage performance. Now, this isn't to say that I haven't like really enjoyed stage performances, but like on the average, it's a mild kind of like, I don't want to be here. This whole thing is fucking ridiculous. Everybody feels like they're just yelling out to the audience and things like that. It's a completely
I
different
have the worst
media.
taste. I shouldn't say I have the worst taste. I can enjoy theater to a degree, but here's the thing.
Yes,
I usually will have a take that most people who do theater all the time won't enjoy. They'll go, okay, well, you're like an actor, so like, what's your favorite performance in like a play? Do you have somebody that you really like? And
I hate them all.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest with you? And they're like, yeah. So what is it? And they're waiting for me to say something like Wicked or some Aida or something like that. And I go, the best actor I've seen on stage was the guy who played the ghostly train operator on the Polar Express the day that I got married, the day after I got married. This dude,
He was
with
so
his
believable,
fingerless
right?
gloves and his scarf. You what?
He was so believable. He's locked into that role, right?
Dude,
So what?
he had a teary twinkle in his eye that I haven't seen anyone have. I don't think ever.
Committed.
And he sounded like that guy. Like, what's his name? The guy in Spider-Man who goes like, "I got you for 3 minutes." Like, he sounded
Macho Man, Randy
just
Savage.
like him.
Buzzsaw.
Randy Savage. Yeah,
So-
he sounded like Bonesaw. He sounded like Bonesaw, but he just goes like, "Yeah, you guys hear that bell, don't you?" And I was like, this guy's fucking captivating. And nobody was clapping for this guy because he's not supposed to be the one that you're rooting for. But I was like, this is my favorite actor I think I've seen in a long time.
So I have a similar
When
experience.
they hit. But
I have a similar experience. I want to say this because when I was in middle school, I saw a performance. My parents took me to see a show called Sheer Madness.
Oh, I saw Sheer Madness.
And this was on a back alley and next to the fucking
It's one of
combat
the
show.
quick thing. Sheer Madness is one of those murder mystery things. Like you watch it, it's improv murder mystery.
Yep. And one of the great things about this is the actors at the Playhouse. I think it was the Charles Street Playhouse. One of the things about it was the actors don't play the same role every night.
No, you switch up. I worked on it once.
So I was enthralled. I went to see it and I loved it. It was in like this bar. I was only about 12 or 13. My parents were fucking drinking. Everybody was drinking. The play was going on. There was audience play and it was great. And there was an actor in that. And he made an impression on me so much that like a year later, I went to the Beverly Theater, the theater in the round there in Beverly, the music theater.
Nordstrom Music Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw Weird Al there, I believe.
I actually one of my movies that I'm an extra, the Larry David movie Clear History, was shot there, and I'm pretending to be at a Chicago concert there.
So we went
That's
there
awesome.
and we
It was
saw.
awful. I met Larry David that day. I was like, "Hi, Larry David. What's going on?" He's weird. I met John Hamm that day too. He's short. He was nice too. Kate Hudson was kind of a cunt, but that's beside the point.
So when I went to see a show there, it was Midsummer's Night Dream, and one of the actors that played in Sheer Madness was there playing Puck in Midsummer's Night Dream.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was one of the best actors I have ever seen
He
on
was
stage.
like Alec Baldwin in Team America.
He
Alec
was-
Baldwin, you are the best actor of all time.
He was fantastic. I completely believed him as Puck. I completely believed him in his role on Sheer Madness. I went to see Sheer Madness again after that, and he played a different role. This guy is fucking amazing. And you know what? Never, ever, ever saw him on television or in a movie or anything like that. And that's why I have such a big problem with all that nepotism shit that goes on. All this
The problem-
like my uncle, my
the problem,
son,
and I don't want to
nephew.
keep David all night here, but the problem with theater, and it's fun, but it's the same as like a live performance in music. It exists once and then it's gone,
does.
and then it's
Correct.
gone forever. So it doesn't
Correct.
necessarily have a lot of longevity in situations like that.
Every
And-
performance is original and unique.
And I agree. Like the greatest performers aren't necessarily in Wicked or The Lion King or these big giant musicals. They're in random performances in random situations. And one of my favorite musicals is Book of Mormon. Everyone should go see that. Anyways, David, I'm sorry we kept you for way too long. Love you, David. Do you have anything else for us before we let you go?
Yeah, just, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. I don't
it
fucking
was
mind.
just-
You can talk all night. I feel like we've kept you for so fucking long. So
No, I don't have a place
Almost
to
20
be.
minutes
I
on the
just
phone.
didn't want to bogart this. But,
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Bogart away.
But I was going to say the Lynn Kabazinski thing. So it's like, so I was like determined, okay, I'm going to stay on this guy. And so I'm not even kidding, dude. I messaged him probably every 2 weeks for over a year.
Nice.
And I was like,
You gotta stay
do
on
you
it.
have a thing? If you do, let me know, whatever. And I was really adamant about this. And I knew that he was doing some film called like Pact of Vengeance or whatever. And I go, come on, man. Even if it's like one line or something, I'll do it. And he goes, you know what? Something came up. And a guy dropped out, and I need somebody to be a guy who was like a drug kingpin or something that's on a computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, dude, tell me the cameras that you're using. I'll find somebody locally with the same camera, and we'll shoot it really fast, and I'll
done.
send it to you.
Done. You're like.
And
wow. Stop there.
Oh,
That's
no.
amazing. That's amazing. How much does that matter? I know it's small, but you just brought it up. The camera. The camera, really? You have to find the same
Yes.
camera type.
Yes, that's one thing that
I-
the average person doesn't know. Like when you're shooting something, you have to have like if it's not the same camera, it doesn't match. Like shot to shot, when you move from shot, like if you don't have the same type of
What
camera,
is it? Not the aspect ratio?
or no, like
what-
the
color?
visual, the way one camera looks is just completely different from another camera. Like if you
That's awesome.
Right,
That's
and-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that was me trying to eliminate any reason he could have to say no.
To say no.
I go,
That's
I
fucking
know my
incredible.
shit. If you tell me the camera, I'll find a guy with the camera, and we'll have good sound because I'll make sure that it's on a. Literally, I'll boom myself like we're shooting a documentary where it's literally rigged up on a C stand. It's not going anywhere. It'll sound great no matter what. And he
That's
finally
fucking
kind of. Yeah, and he kind of fucking caves, and he goes like this. He goes, okay. I go, so what do you want me to even like dress as? And he goes, well, you're kind of like a czar, so maybe like a white. He sends me this famous guy from an '80s thing. I can't remember his name. Who cares? But he has a black button-up shirt and a white blazer and a sash. And I go like, okay. And so I find a black button-up shirt. I had a white jacket somehow. And I took my graduation sash from college and threw it over my shoulder, slicked my hair back, had a cigar, and I go, hey, so what's like this guy's name that'll help me inform the character a little bit? And he goes, I don't know. I don't know what the guy's name is. I haven't thought of it yet. And I just go, okay. He goes, just do whatever. I just go, well, do you want me to do an accent or whatever? He goes, whatever you feel good about. So he sends me the lines or whatever, but I'm not even kidding. In very Lynn Kabazinski crazy man fashion, this looks like a serial killer's manifesto. He sends me a file that is like a Word document in Microsoft Word, not a script. Okay. Like he just typed it and it didn't format it right. It like justified the text. So it's like some letters are bigger than others and it's like different colored fonts. It just looks like you cut pieces out of a magazine.
Yeah, it was
and
just a
put them
mess.
in a serial killer's manifesto, like give us $1 million or you'll never see her again kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to push through this and try to say these lines. And I saw that my guy said like, you know, your payment is 3.5 kilos in gold bars. And for whatever reason, I got a wild hair across my ass and I just go, okay, kilos, I'm thinking British. Okay. I don't know why my brain went there, but it did.
Yeah.
And so I do this entire thing where I just go like, you only have 72 hours in Manila to open the envelope. You know, and I was just doing this whole thing, puffing on a cigar.
Yeah, James Bond
I
villain
did it
all
like
the way.
5. Yeah, right. I'm doing like Spectre or something. And so I'm like puffing on the cigar. You know, I put it out and I shoot it and I send it off. And in the movie Pact of Vengeance, which stars John Micklethor and Leo Fong and all these people that Red Letter Media lovers will recognize the names of. At like minute 27, it literally just dips to black from Leo Fong going. He goes, I'm gonna rattle the foundation, and it dips to black, and it pops up on my stupid face on a computer screen, and it's clear that John Micklethor was reacting to something that he had nothing to react to. So somebody was just reading the lines off camera. So he just goes, terms. I'll talk to you later, General. Like, it's not good at all. Like, his delivery's like all over the fucking map and really choppy.
Yeah.
And then
You could tell they just
spliced
like
me in there.
they just spliced your video in. That he reacted to something like he was talking to a tennis,
1,000%.
like a tennis
They
ball
just
or some shit like
keyframed
that.
it.
Yeah.
And put it in there, and it doesn't really work. And then I look at the credits, and the guy's name was credited as General Ortega. I go, why the fuck did you not say that he was like Mexican? Like, what the fuck? Like, Ortega?
That would have been helpful.
Like Colombian or Mexican?
Did they name him that after they heard your British accent? Like,
Yep.
Yes, he didn't have the. He didn't tell me to do a British accent.
that's amazing.
I almost did Russian. Can you imagine if I did Russian? The
Daddy.
payment is 3.5 kilos in gold bars, and it's like General Ortega.
That's amazing, Dave. That's fucking
But
incredible.
so I'm in a Lynn Kabazinski movie, and of course it's the one that they haven't talked about.
Maybe we'll get maybe it'll be on the wheel of Plinkett at some point in time, and you will.
God, we can only hope, dude.
I hope so. I hope
We
so.
can only
I can
hope.
relate, David, that I used to dream to be on a Mystery Science Theater 3000, or now it transfers on to the best of the worst. So that's a goal.
We're gonna make it happen.
I want to be in a
We're
Troma
gonna make
film.
a pile of shit together,
Dude,
and we're gonna get on there.
We just got to get Lloyd Kaufman on this shit too to like fund it or something. We got to get on Troma or somehow or something. But
hell yeah.
anyways, David, I hope you have an amazing night, my friend.
You too, fellas. Love you guys.
Love you, David. We got a couple of voicemails from Jay, and then we'll call it a night. I want to take a couple of comments in the live chat. First of all, I think Julia said that they're already filming season 2 of Dunk and Egg, so they're making sure that we might actually get this every year. And a follow-up question of why does it take so long? Because television shows have opened up the ability to be able to take so long. So now every show's like, oh, well, take our fucking sweet time. They don't get into production quick enough is the biggest problem.
They made us think that it was all about the writer's strike. But actually, the writer's strike opened up the ability for them to take longer in between.
Joe,
What if our writers are working on other shit instead of doing 26 episodes? For us, they're doing 10 episodes for us and 10 episodes.
And then they television gaslight you by being like, well, we have the production quality is so much higher, so it takes longer to produce. Like, shut the living fuck up. Then make fucking movies. You're not making TV shows.
None of that is different. Different technology, sure, instead of green screen, is CGI. But it doesn't take any longer to fucking create, do. It's about the writers. That's where it takes the longest. That's where you have your delay in production. And not only because it takes the longest, but because you have them working on other projects. It's not necessarily, it used to be like, oh, well, this actor had to do this show and that show. But it's also about the writers have to do this show and that show.
I also think it's just sort of like accepted laziness in a way of
unaccepted laziness. It is absolutely about those new contracts. You got to look at the history of it, Phil. You were alive for this shit. You and me had these conversations about the writer's strikes both times.
Yeah.
In both times, it amounted to less of the shows you like less episodes of the shows that you like.
I just think I don't know.
Or longer in between seasons.
It's just
First it was less episodes, and now it's come down to longer in between seasons. And both things happened because of writer's strike.
First of all,
they don't want to pay them what they fucking
First of
deserve.
all, it's fucking depressing. Secondly, David, such an awesome chat. It was great to have. This was amazing to have you, David. We appreciate the inside baseball discussion on all this stuff too. So vent to us. We will be your acting psychologists anytime you want.
Taught me something new this week.
Exactly. We both learned everything. So George R. R. Martin type people are writing everything. Exactly. Lazy planters. What does he call himself? A gardener? Like he likes to plant things and garden my ass. Let's listen to.
It's not just about the fact that the writers are taking their time like George R. R. Martin. It's that I don't make enough money off of 10 episodes. So I have to take another job. And it used to be I didn't make enough money off of 26 episodes. So what they did was they said, fine, go take another job. But you only get to write 10 for us.
Joe, I appreciate the overall theme that you're kind of going for there, but I also think part of it is just straight up laziness and enabling longer work cycles because people want longer vacations. When it really comes down to it, because they're like, oh, we can take a break before we go back into the writer's room again. There's no excuse for a show like Pluribus to take 2 years.
Well, there is.
No.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll give you my excuse right now. The excuse is the
bullshit.
People at the top,
your excuse is bullshit.
Yes, because the people at the top don't want to take less money for what they do, right? So every time they don't want to take less money for what they do, it means they pay other people less for what they do in order to make what they continue to make. And if they can't pay you less, then they'll make the product less.
Yeah.
They will shrinkflate. They will say, okay, instead of 10 ounces of Fritos, you get 8 ounces of Fritos because this motherfucker needed a raise.
I still think
I'm not taking a fucking
choo. Do you know what I think, Joe? That's a fucking excuse train rolling into town. They could produce 10 episodes in a fucking year. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
I could, but I'm not taking a pay cut. I'm not taking a pay cut, Phil.
Why are you taking a pay cut? You're producing the 10 episodes anyway.
No. Okay, so there's $100 million to make this, and 20 million of it go to actors, and 20 million of it go to writers, and 20 million of it go to the set.
Okay.
And then hold on, and then 40 million of it come to me.
We don't need to get into specifics of this.
No, I know, but this isn't specifics. This is all generalization. And then now I got to give everybody a raise because they struck and they want to make more and they want to work for other people or this and that. So now everybody gets more money. So now instead of giving them, so I'm going to give them the more money, but I am not taking a fucking pay cut. So I cut the number of episodes.
I don't care about the episodes being cut. Okay, except that we have 10 episodes, 6 episode seasons, 9 episode seasons. Who gives a fuck? They can still produce them in a year. It shouldn't take 2-3 years for these shows.
But in order for the writer to make enough money.
Oh, they have to stall and get paid every year.
No, they have to go do another show. They have to go.
These guys aren't working on other shows.
They are. That's
not
what the
all of them are. Some of them, the guys that are working. No, Joe. We're not talking about the strike. I'm talking about right now working. The guys that are working on.
But that's what informs today.
The guys and the girls that are working on Severance or all these different shows are taking 2-3 years to work these cycles instead of.
They're not taking a break. They're working on other shows.
They're not working on other shows.
They are. That's what the first strike was about. You were a writer for a show, say Law and Order, or say Cheers, or say any of these shows that we loved in the 80s, right?
Everything's so different now, though.
Right, correct, because of the strike.
And now people are working.
You can't work for anyone else. You can't work for anyone else. You want to write for fucking Cheers, you write for fucking Cheers. You will be here on September 2nd. You will write for Cheers until August 2nd. You will be back on September 2nd. That's your fucking job. Take it or fucking leave it. You want more money? Too fucking bad. And the writer said strike. And they said, okay, fine. We're only going to have 10 episodes now, and now you can go write for another show. Well, now they have even bigger scheduling restraints because now writers are working for other shows. But if you want that same Emmy-winning fucking writer, you have to wait for him, just like you have to wait for your Emmy-winning fucking actor to finish his movie before he comes back to your fucking TV show. That's the way it works now because of that first.
So your speculation is the problem is scheduling.
No, my problem is fucking greed, but scheduling is the excuse they fucking give you.
Let's get in the chat here because we're going to start to wrap things up here soon. David says, I do think the writing has diminished because the writers have also reduced attention spans. Less quality writing because there are less people reading and spending less time. David also says, but like any product, they diminish returns, they shave costs, write less stuff, hire cheaper actors, less experienced writers, and people continue to clap for it. When you praise lower quality stuff, the incentives are there. Julie says, I think part of the problem is green lighting one season at a time. They should be writing the next season while the current season is airing. Song says $2 million goes to after shows like this one. We need to get paid more. That's true. Girl Nettle says everyone is greedy and everyone has an agent, negotiation contracts, even the writers. Jesse says Pluribus is a money grab. Shut up, Joe.
Correct.
Fuck you, you asshole. You tell him, JDL. School us. That's Fernandez too.
Correct.
You guys are bitch asshole. Let's listen to Jay because someone will tell Joe he's an idiot.
Hey, I am an idiot, but at least I speak the truth as my idiot believes.
Jay has some voicemails for us.
I don't know how y'all got on a movie discussion on a show. Y'all are doing a recap.
It's the end of the show,
a Game of Thrones spinoff. But to Phil's point, the 90s had some really great action movies. Like all of the, maybe not all of them, but a lot of the great action movies that I would still watch today, like Hard to Kill and Bloodsport, and most of the Jean-Claude Van Damme and Under Siege and all those movies were all out in the 90s. So all the best action movies, pretty much, a lot of them came out of that era, or whatever.
Agreed.
Or all the best action stars, at least.
I'm with you. That was the lightning rod of the era. Let's see what he left us a few voicemails. Let's get through them.
I was just gonna say, in Jack Nicholson's last movie with Leonardo DiCaprio
Departed.
and Matt Damon, I forget what the name of it is right now, but the last scene is a rat crawling along a banister.
Departed.
Crawling along
Wahlberg,
a
the
back
rat.
patio or whatever. Also, Mark Wahlberg is in it. Yeah, like the only reason I think he got that role is because Martin Scorsese told him he could had free reign to do whatever he wanted. With
Yeah,
the
Jack
character.
could basically do whatever he wanted.
And that guy is literally one of the best villains ever made or whatever. All right, later.
I'm with you. And he left us one more voicemail from our good buddy Jay. Thank you, Jay, as always, keeping us honest. Let's see what Jay has to say.
My guess is why shows sometimes take long is I think it takes longer to film shows like Dunk and Egg at Game of Thrones because you're going out on set and you have to actually do all the logistics to go out of the country, get everybody's schedules, and you also have someone has to write these scripts. To me, it probably is a lot easier when we were growing.
I'm going to play the rest of this message, but I do want to riff on one thing he just said. When people turn to something like Star Trek: The Next Generation and say, hey, they produced 26 episodes or whatever, or Deep Space Nine or whatever.
They're cookie cutter.
They had a set. Most of it was filmed on their set or on this specific location.
Fucking room.
The same room, every planet looked relatively the same. So it's if you and me did that, we had someone that was writing scripts every week. We had a script team, and we're shooting everything in this room.
Everything takes place on the bridge or engineering.
John C. Reilly and I shot 12 episodes of this show 1 versus 1 because we shot them all in his fucking living room. We had a set up. It was easy just to go in there and do, hey, we're the couch masters. Here's our fucking shit. It became easy to kind of film a 30-minute episode. Bam, 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 bam. Because everything was set up. It's easy to do our show here because our little things are already set up.
And it wasn't 1v1v1 because they know I would have just fucking kicked their asses at all those video games.
I destroyed. The joke of it was I beat John 17 out of 2. We had 19 episodes. I beat him 17 times.
Right, so John wasn't the problem, but I would have beat.
Sorry, Jesse. I mentioned Star Trek. I'm not going to talk about fucking Star Trek. Don't worry. I'm not. This isn't a Star Trek stream.
It is not a Trekkie podcast.
I'll clearly label every
Jesse.
time I talk that fucking Trek bullshit. Oh, let's finish.
Lower Decks is Star Trek, by the way.
Let's finish Jay's message, you dickbags.
Up to get the shows that we were watching made because they were all sitcoms and they took place basically in studios where
What was that?
What are you drinking?
Vodka.
Cheers.
Wait, I
got
gotta pour a little bit more. I rewinded Jay's message.
That's a whole nippy nip. So
I gotta pour more.
When we were growing up to get the shows that we were watching made because they were all sitcoms and they took place basically in studios where it was a house or something where it was maybe I think they usually had an outdoor shot and then they did a whole indoor thing studio or whatever, and they did 2 or 3 episodes at a time, maybe in one day or whatever, something like that. So I just think it took a shorter time.
Absolutely, Tony Pajama. We got the greatest name in all of YouTube, Tony Pajamas, in the live motherfucking chat. Toast to you guys with this Kirkland vodka. Yes, the Costco vodka. Cheers to all of you.
Smirnoff watermelons.
Let's take a couple more chats and then we'll start to wrap this up. They made 20 plus episodes of Xena and Hercules every season on location with stunts and special effects such as they were.
Different scenery, which was all the same, a couple of bushes and a couple of trees or a stone wall.
But in fairness, they did film a lot of different stuff. All I'm saying is they could produce 10 episodes of most of these shows in 1 year.
Every year. They could, Phil. They could, but they refuse to.
Because they hate us. Because they fucking hate us.
No. It's not because they hate the fans.
Thank you, Fish Taco. I will.
And the fans are what keeps them in the money. It's because they hate the people that fucking work for them. Because they want to earn a living fucking wage. even if it's more than a living wage, because of how much.
So you think it's all motherfucking money?
It's all money. It's all money, Phil. It's all money. Listen, if everyone wanted to take less money, we would have so much more.
I don't think it's
But they don't.
I think it's
Listen,
more of a lazy thing than a money thing, personally.
No, it's
because
not.
because you could
the way
still do the other
capitalism
things if you
really
did
works
if you
is
did shows
off
every
the
year,
plate,
you
right.
finish them and then you whatever. But anyways, we got Smokey P just finished the episode. Can't wait to rewatch the stream. This is my favorite episode so far. It's my favorite episode so far. Quickly to sum this up one more time. I think this season is really killing it. 3 episodes in, halfway through this season. It's the perfect pacing. It's the perfect balance of 2 characters. They casted this right. The tone is right. Some of the jokes I could take out a little bit of it, 5% of it.
Like the shit, like the cock.
Yeah, like I don't need
No,
that
no,
stuff.
no, you don't need it. You do need it. That's the world building.
Fair.
That's the world building, and that is just as funny to a lot of people as much as it's disgusting to a lot of people. Like, honestly, I understand you don't want to see a cock in your face.
I don't care
Honestly,
about that.
I understand you don't want to see somebody shitting on screen.
I don't care about that. In the right
But
context.
honestly, they're funny. It's funny. It works in the context.
Who doesn't like cock and poop, Joe? Come on.
I don't know, but they're fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't get that. Cam says the execs won't fund the season until the current season succeeds. In some cases, that's the case, Cam. But in some cases, some of these shows are already getting greenlit for season 2s, but they just don't start till later. This is one thing I like.
Slow Horses gets greenlit for a season or 2 at a time. Slow Horses is doing it right. They come back less than a year or about a year every time. It doesn't need to be 10 or 20 episodes. As long as their story is fucking
Fernandez,
tight,
you're fine, my friend.
good.
Joe, I have to ask you the biggest question. Do you wish I was longer? No, do you wish these episodes were a little longer, or are
Yes.
you enjoying the time?
I absolutely wish they were a little longer. I wish there was 20 episodes. I wish there was
No, but
20
realistic. I'm talking about realistically.
Realistically, realistically,
They couldn't be 20 episodes. Like
They could.
No, it would feel dragged out. But I think if you add it, could you have added 10 more minutes to each one of these episodes and not made it feel dragged out?
I really believe you could, and I believe that the type of show that this could be is, listen, if they did Kung Fu Westeros, that's what this could be.
Yeah, Tony said. Tony Teflon, everyone subscribe to Teflon TV. Tony said that as well. It's very Kung Fu Westeros, this series.
And it could be. It right now it's not. Right now they're taking their time. This is the first tournament. We're getting to know Dunk, we're getting to know Egg, and a couple other characters in this time period of the Game of Thrones universe, right? So that's fine with me that we're not moving all over Westeros right now. But in all honesty, we could be. We could be moving. We could have traveled to like 4 different taverns, met a whole bunch of different people on their way to this tournament, right? And then we have all of this tournament.
But would you have wanted a bunch of added stuff?
Yeah, I want a bunch of added stuff. I don't care that it necessarily follows this book particularly, because this book was more
open for
Yes.
expanding.
Yes, it doesn't. It's not about any of the political intrigue and all of the houses and their lineages and all of that shit. This is about Dunk and Egg, a hedge knight and his squire who happens to be a Targaryen, right?
Yeah,
But
it's more of like a
traveling-
world building series, a character building, world building kind of
and
series.
They travel around Westeros and they do tournaments and they help little lords here and there, or not necessarily lords, but maybe rich people or innkeepers or this and that, and they go and do their shit. And this is a great environment for that. This is wonderful. You don't have too many series or movies that are about that kind of, like, you just don't, like, even like the Lord of the Rings had a very specific, this one fucking mission that took 90 fucking hours of film.
Sam,
right?
do you have any?
Like,
Do you have any to lend, Miss Brad? Julia says, to defend Joe, I was a professional working writer for 10 years before I gave on him because I wasn't getting paid enough and or on time.
and that's what the strike was about.
And Sonic, your boy, asked us a couple of times tonight, Phil and Joe, could you imagine Chris Farley as a character in this show?
No, and I really couldn't.
No, I can't imagine. That being said, some part of
Not
me,
slapstick enough, and he was all slapstick.
some part of me would have liked the alternative Hollywood history of Chris Farley playing Shrek. That would have been cool. I've heard the audio of that. If you want to find it, you can find it on
Really,
YouTube.
there's audio of him auditioning for Shrek.
No, he was Shrek. He recorded
What?
most of the lines. Look
What?
look this up tonight after you're done here, Joe. You can hear almost most of Shrek with Chris Farley doing the voice of it. He plays it in a much more serious way. But
It's not false shit. That's not like AI shit.
no, Chris Farley was cast as Shrek.
Why does it take 30 years for anyone to hear? after
Everyone
his
knew.
death?
Not I'm saying everyone knew, but this is like a known thing.
Huh? Not to me. This is again mind blown for the second time today.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to send you YouTube stuff of it, but you can hear like he was cast as it, and then
Like, why didn't you bring this up last week when I talked about fucking all the people
I
doing
don't
Bill
know.
and Ted fucking audition?
I don't fucking know. It didn't pop in my head there, but we're getting
Because the next day, fucking whoever won the chat fucking thought about it and was like, "Oh yeah, the audition shit."
No,
Chris Farley as Shrek.
I've known this for a while because I've known this for a
No, I'm
long
not
time.
saying you didn't know it, but like you didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he was-
I bet
he-
you did know it.
He
I
was
bet you
originally
did.
he was originally cast. I think Eddie Murphy's lines were all recorded years earlier
What?
because like they're recorded more associated with Chris Farley.
It's one of my favorite animated movies.
It's really good. I like
really,
I like the
good.
whole most of the Shrek movie, like all the Shrek movies. They're
Yeah,
really
yeah, I do like them all, but the first one is definitely up there in a top 5
Yeah,
of
no,
animated.
but
movies.
if people haven't heard that, Sonic says you haven't heard of that either. Look it up when you're done here on YouTube. Look up Chris Farley Shrek. You can hear him doing the voice, and you see it with some original animation, original written stuff. He was very different. He was a very different design. They kind of designed the character to look a little bit more like him. Like, I'm an ogre. He didn't do the accent. It was like his voice. It's interesting.
Really, that's really fucking interesting.
Yeah. No, it's cool. But I could not imagine him.
I know a lot of that shit goes on behind scenes of like you hear about the Eric Stoltz and Back to the Future.
One of the
and you hear
weirdest
about little
ones to
shit
me,
like
Joe,
that.
I almost wanted to start a whole YouTube channel about this subject, like alternative Hollywood history thing.
I'd love to talk about this shit.
No,
with you.
we should do it. We'll do it on this particular subject in a later date, but it's a fun subject to talk about. Tom Selleck was not even like maybe he was cast as Indiana Jones. He was going to be Indiana Jones, but they wouldn't let him out of Magnum PI for that particular year. And like
again, that's the scheduling shit. Like that's that scheduling shit. Now you don't have to worry about the fucking actors.
Can
Tom Selleck.
Do you think Indiana Jones would have been as popular with
No,
Tom Selleck?
not even close. I love Tom Selleck. I love Tom Selleck all the way up until whatever that cop show he's on now. Like I loved Quigley. I loved fucking the Hawaiian fucking PI shit. Like I loved a lot of Tom Selleck stuff. But no, I do not think. I think Harrison Ford was.
I mean,
the right
ultimately,
choice.
it's like, do you think Raiders of the Lost Ark would have been as popular with
No, not even close.
Tom Selleck?
Not even close.
Just
The
like
mustache ruins everything.
the mustache ruins everything. You think the mustache would have? Have you ever seen King Solomon's Mines?
I have with the same guy from Shogun.
Yeah. It's all
The
right.
original Shogun.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm a little
What's
worried.
his name? I can't remember his name.
I know I'm blanking on his name too.
But yeah, it's the guy from the original Shogun did King Solomon's Mines, and I liked those. And
Joe,
those were
I don't know if-
redone Indiana Jones movies.
Joe, totally. I don't know if you're right about that.
Or
I think
original.
Tom Selleck was so likable at that point in time, he might have been able to pull off Indiana Jones in a way that would have surprised you. It might have been different, but I
It
think
definitely would have been different.
David, I love it. But it would have been different, but would it have been as successful?
Mama's Family was fucking awesome.
Great
dude.
show. I mean, when you have Carol Burnett not even as a lead character, then
Right.
in doing it great, but so many great performances in Mama's Family. Underrated show in the history of comedy. Amazing. Joe, we could go on forever tonight, but I'm sure you have food waiting for you and an angry crow buzzing around. So
I sure do.
so
He's
we'll
already come into the room twice.
She's like, "Are you done yet? This is like
You know?
like what the fuck? What's going on here? Fucking assholes." So everyone, we'll stop this now because we're almost at 3 hours, and Joe and I could keep going. Hemorrhoids hurts. Love you, buddy. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you haven't already and you enjoyed this shit, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you follow our podcast wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever point in time. We'll be back next week, possibly on Friday night, after Joe gets out of work on Friday night, so we can watch the Super Bowl on Sunday, if that's true. Someone said that earlier.
No. Patriots are in the Super Bowl on Sunday.
I know.
that for sure.
What I was gonna say was we might not be on next week because if the game's at 6 o'clock, it's 3 hour. We like the timing might be weird, but if we either will be not on next week and then back the following week, or on Monday maybe, but probably not because Joe works during the week. But likely we'll be on if they really did push up the episode, which someone said earlier. We'll be on Friday night.
Yes, indeed.
Don't you want Phil and Joe to do dog review show? Later, Phil and chat. Later, everyone. Subscribe, everyone. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. We want to do everything. We love you. And yes, we will get Joe over here to listen to watch the final episode of Stranger Things at some point. Someone asked me about that. Like, can we get Joe over to your house to drink and watch the
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, wait. Then you're going to watch it with me. We'll watch it live.
Okay.
And get our fucking reactions. Fernandez, we love you, buddy. But yeah, we'll be back next week, either on Friday, or we'll be back the following week and we'll talk about 2 episodes. Either way, we cannot wait for the remaining episodes of this season. It's a lot of fun. Toast to you. Joe, have I convinced you to come back for House of the Dragon? No. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. Peace.